We are live.
Oh,
What up, everybody?
what is up? Pest is first in the chat. Terrar was second. Dance party. What up, Milltown? Super Dave. Only mistakes. Eggs in the chat. What is up, everybody? Happy Sunday.
What's the Trump dance? I forget. A little bit of that.
Yeah.
It's shout out 45 people. We're here.
B-Dub. Welcome.
Shouts out to Cosmic Jive, Escape Pod for 2. A little love song, a little love beat tonight.
That's right. Escape pod for me and you, Danny. A couple of eggs up in there.
Well, after that AI fan fiction the other day, I guess it is a escape pod for me and you, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. We're getting shipped.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing. Remember? I know that. That's a thing now. I remembered that.
That's okay.
What up, Babs? What up, Poland Spring?
If they're shipping us, that means they're watching, right?
Yes. Just don't ask for any fan art submissions, you know? I do hate daylight savings. I hate it.
Okay, here's a question for you. Which I don't have the picture in question in front of me because I would not save such a picture. But somebody commissioned a commentary community artist to make a commission of like Slug and Sen. Mr. Sen is his name, another commentary guy. They're like anime gaying each other.
Oh.
I don't remember if they're kissing or whatever, but it's some kind of gay relationship with their two little anime avatars. Someone commissioned somebody to make that. Yeah, right.
Don't send me that. Don't DM me that.
So
don't do that.
Send your Mr. Send Slug. What do they call the anime porn hentai to Clout Route Poland Spring at gmail.com, which is now officially an email for all of you to send fucked up shit. I made it official. So what I'm going to do is once I remember what the password was, I'll forward it to Poland, and then every now and again I'm going to have her check the email.
Oh, I can't wait for that. We're gonna have our own like mailbag episode once a month. V-Dub needs the email again. Unrelated.
Clout Route Poland Spring at gmail.com. All one word. Clout Route Poland Spring at gmail.com. Remember, it's Poland Spring, not Springs with an S. It's Spring. Okay, so get the spelling right there, and you can send yourself an email, or send me an email, not yourself an email. Send me an email. Send Poland an email, really, because I'm not gonna look at it. Thank you, V-Dub. Anyways, shout out 45, Kevin. How was your weekend?
Woo, 45. Love it. My weekend was great, dude. I had a very stressful day yesterday. We had 2 live shows going on at the same time. So Carnage Media was out. They did a boxing show in a mall. That was pretty cool. I'm a little jealous.
Never heard of such a thing.
I love my gig over at Major League Indoor Soccer. Don't get me wrong. So, sorry, bosses, but I was a little jealous that I couldn't be at the live boxing show in the middle of a freaking mall, but it was pretty cool because I had to captain my own team over there in Lima for the Ohio Extreme game. Did not go our boys' way. It was
was it extreme?
It was an extreme beatdown, unfortunately. It was not a great game, but the team fought hard, and I only screwed up the audio for like a quarter of it. So, baby steps. But as far as first times go, could have been worse.
Just like the Clout route, pretty much.
Oh God, I hope I get it figured out faster than we did.
Right, yeah. We were the growing pains. Yeah, you need to take that experience. No, that's awesome though. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Mine was pretty uneventful, I have to say. Nothing special. Same old. I can't say that Twitter has been the same old. I mean, Twitter has been crazy since last Tuesday, I think. It's funny, like spoilers for later in the episode, we're going to be talking about the Commentary 2 community, as they don't like to be affectionately called. They don't like it, okay? Commentary 2, it's just a meme, okay? Stop calling them that. But I'm going to affectionately refer to these people as Commentary 2. We'll talk about it later. I forget where I was going with that.
You were introducing us as anti-commentary too, I think.
Oh, well, right. Because they're Commentary 2, we're anti-commentary 2. Because I refuse to be associated with anti-commentary. Okay, we're anti-commentary too. We're recruiting right now, actually. So, shouts out. Hit me up if you want to join anti-commentary too. We'll get merch and everything, just like they did.
Oh wait, that's the wrong link. Sorry. There we go. There you go. Anti-commentary too. Join us.
For some reason,
anti-doxing branch of anti-commentary.
For some reason, I feel like that wasn't where I was going with that. But
no, but I don't know where you were going. I just, I never miss an opportunity for a plug, dude.
Yeah, right. I mean, you've got the good idea, but no, we'll be talking about some of that later, I guess. Man, that's gonna.
You're talking about Twitter being on fire. Advent talks about it. Ooh,
been on fire. That's been part of it. Is because of the happy. Hey, Def Noodles, happy birthday! Shouts out to your podcast. Oh my God! So yeah, I'm sure chat will be super on fire about Commentary 2. We'll talk about that later. Other important things. Blaire White is in the news. We haven't talked about her for a while. That's an interesting one. Let's see. Nick O'Neill. I bet you never heard of him. But the crypto cringe is back, Kevin, and we've got some crypto bros to look at. Or bro.
Was that the dude with the Morpheus glasses that you had me put on the thumbnail?
I can't remember actually if he was in the.
I think it was.
If he was in the let's see, the Morpheus glasses. Yes, that's exactly who it was.
I like that guy. I've started to see his ads. It's good.
So we'll look at a little bit of that, some crypto bros stuff. We've got some Candy Owens, my candy girl. We got a little bit of that. Can't wait to talk about Candy Owens. We've got MatPat from Game Theory, Akira Toriyama, Hulk Hogan, Clopper and Whopper from Commentary 2. So tons of stuff to talk about today. Okay. Let's start it off with something. Well, do you know the date today, Kevin? Are you privy?
Ooh, it's a me.
So you do know.
Am I right?
Happy Mario Day. I guess.
Way better than tomorrow.
March 10th.
3/11 day. Today's way better. I had my March 10th phase lasted a lot longer than my March 11th phase in life, if I'm being honest. Mario, I could still get down for a few hours of Mario 64 right now. If I had it in front of me, I would leave your car after about 20 minutes of 311 playing it. It had its time with me, Danny, but I probably feel about 311 the way you feel about Blink 182 at this point. Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah, it's probably not that strong.
I was gonna say, do you have that?
Where are you?
Do you have that kind of passion within you? That hatred that I have? It's a special hatred. I mean, I'm not denying that you could possibly, but this is kindled from the depths of hell, fire and rage I have in my soul for Blink 182 since a young age. In fact, it's been burning.
I reserve that hatred for Alter Bridge because they broke up my favorite band, Creed. Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah. Alter Bridge? Not familiar.
Exactly.
Hey,
My home's wide open.
speaking of past, he's got a question here before we start anything serious. Did you see Cheeto versus O'Malley? What is this?
Dude, Iron Chin Cheeto. I don't know if that's his real nickname, but this dude cannot get knocked
Chester?
out. He looked like a completely different person after the fight. He does not get knocked out, but my God, Sean
Iron-
O'Malley dominated that fight.
Iron
Woo!
Chin Chester Cheeto?
Yeah, that's good too. It's like Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu Prime. I missed the Jesus in there, I think.
You can get the whole thing going. That's a long title. Iron Chin
See,
Chester
Advent
Cheeto.
has a
We
question
did.
for you, Danny. What
We
you
got
got
it.
against Blink, dude? Tom can't sing, but shit,
Don't
it's
get me
fun
started,
music.
okay?
Exactly.
Well, you just said it. What do I need to say no more? You just suck it. It's a band where you have to listen to a guy sing, and the dude that sings fucking sucks. So we can start there if you want. I mean, come on, people.
What about the other one? The dude who sings First Date, right? Is that one Tom? I can't remember. Which one's the alien?
They both suck. There's another. You're right. I get what you're saying. There's like a backup guy too. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the one guy sings like with his nose plugged or something.
And then the Kardashian dude can really fuck off. He can shove one of those drumsticks where the sun don't shine.
Tom is Team UFO. Okay, thank you, Vito.
Well, that's a little.
I'm thinking of
okay?
Mark then.
We can talk about UFOs. We just don't have to talk about their music. We should have Tom on. That would be a real bonding experience if I could have Tom DeLong's his name, right?
I think so. Yeah, that'd be great. Come on, Tom.
We're trying. We're reaching out.
Just be ready for that.
We're reaching out. So
there's going to be a lot of. Well, I can't really get into that because it's in the book, but you know, we'll get a boost. We'll be able to fill 3 McDonald's with that crowd. With
Tom, so let's see. Let's get into something here. Okay. So, like I said at the top, we're talking a little bit about Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace to my Dragon Ball senpai. Is that how you do it? I don't know the I don't know the lingo. Is he a senpai or am I saying something perverted there?
That might I think you're good. I think
okay.
What senpai is like the assistant to the regional sensei, I believe.
Oh, it's Akira Toriyama sensei then. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna cry on stream about Akira Toriyama dying.
Actually, I didn't know that had happened, Danny.
Okay, Kevin, if you're gonna cry, you need to just take yourself off the stream right now. Okay, you can minimize your window, please.
Okay, I'll be
back. Thank you. While Kevin fucking does his makeup, okay, goes to the powder room. Pussy.
Ooh, and now I'm over here. Woo! Right side of the screen for the win. Sucks to be you, Poland. You got to move the tape around.
Yeah, there's a deep cut. So rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. Obviously, we're not going to bawl about it here, but it's a good I don't know, meeting of not really meeting of the minds because Akira Toriyama has passed now. So his mind isn't meeting anyone.
Oh, on this plane.
It's a melding of Clout Route, okay? Because not only are we tipping our hat to Akira Toriyama, flipping Tipster the Bird for throwing away his Dragon Ball in the trash, we are sharing all of this experience with our friend Stephen A. Smith.
Ooh.
So
I will not be playing Stephen A. Smith. Go
ahead. You'll have to tell me what you think about this tribute to Akira Toriyama. Let's watch.
EBSC 93 writes, who you taking in a 1 versus 1? Goku or Vegeta?
Vegeta.
Dragon Ball. First of all,
no way. Is he doing this on purpose?
That this individual has passed away.
Wait, what? The Vegeta?
Yeah, because first what did he say before? Charmander? Like anyone's ever dude's been a journalist for 30 years. He doesn't know what the sound is.
Charmander.
Charmander. Yeah. And now it's what did he say? Vegeta?
Vegeta.
I mean, that one I guess at least makes sense, you know. God, thank God it said Goku and not Kakarot. He'd have been like, who wins this one, carrot or vegetable?
Carrot or vegetable, as God intended for him to
Mr.
read.
Piccolo.
But anyways, here we go.
So the creator of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, some of the most influential and best-selling Japanese comics of all time.
This is so hilarious.
That is the person
dude.
that has died at the age of 68.
Hearing him say this.
Akira Toriyama suffered an acute subdural hematoma.
Well, that's not
a
funny.
type of bleeding near the brain, they say. This is what word
Rest in
came
peace.
out from his studio this Friday. So my condolences out to him.
Answer
His
the
best
damn
wishes to
question,
his
dude.
family and
Okay.
loved ones.
We didn't come here
Obviously,
for
hope God
the
blesses his soul and he
Talk
definitely has
about-
a place. In terms of who I'm taking,
Who would win?
Goku or Vegeta
Okay,
from
okay.
Dragon Ball, I'm going with Goku.
Hell
I have no
yeah.
idea
Dragon
why.
Ball Z.
I'm not going to pretend to have any idea why.
Smart
I'm
man.
just going to tell you, I'm going with Goku. I guess I like his name better than Vegeta.
It's because
Yeah, me
Vegeta didn't
too.
realize that going Super Saiyan 2 would make him slow. You know, he not smart. He had the ambition, but just never quite smart enough. Plus, I mean, you know, Goku got to like go train in heaven and stuff. Like, yeah, dude got some cheat
Facts.
codes. Let's be
Well,
honest.
you've got the plot armor there, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, I would like Goku better too if it was a choice between Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta, yeah, of course you're not gonna pick Vegeta. Plus, I'm putting an X of doubt on this one, honestly, Kevin. You want to hear why? Thank you. You want to hear why? This motherfucker he's a Dragon Ball fan. Liar.
Oh,
He's seen it. I don't know. I just feel it in my bones that this motherfucker has watched some Dragon Ball. Somewhere along the line, okay, he's watched some Dragon Ball. He knows who Vegeta is and Goku, okay? And he also knows that Goku always wins, okay? And he beats Vegeta's ass. And he picked Goku.
I'm gonna back you up on this, Danny, because if you'll notice, that tweet says Goku or Vegeta, but the photo going from left to right is Vegeta, then Goku. Yet somehow, this trained journalist, who I imagine, much like me, has had to caption photos before and is very used to seeing things captioned from left to right, despite having never seen the show, he happens to know which one Goku actually is. So I'm with you,
Explain that.
Danny.
Explain that shit, Stephen A. Smith.
I'm just asking questions,
piece
dude.
of shit.
You liar. You're a liar,
Fucking
dude.
Liar, dude. I
What
knew
a
it.
Weasley little liar, dude.
Thank God I have Kevin here with me to back me up on my accusations. That motherfucker's definitely. He knew exactly who. How did you know who Goku was, Steven? You fucker.
Harl's
weeb
is on
spots
it,
a
dude.
weeb.
Yeah, let's see,
Harl's
exactly.
knows.
Milltown, never seen a full episode of DBZ.
You're a
Honestly,
wrestling fan and you've never seen an episode of DBZ? I thought that's like what sparks that has to be something there. It has to like spark the energy in children where they're like, they see Dragon Ball and then now they want to go outside and fucking, fuck, yeah.
Yeah, you want to do like flying elbows or kamehamehas, something like that, dude. I may have just learned something about myself through your analysis, Danny. Maybe that's where it all started for me. I went from Hulk Hogan to Goku, went from eating your vitamins to eating like 17 bowls of ramen. It was crazy how much Goku would eat. Insane. Sailor Moon. I remember this. I always had to painfully. Sorry, Tarar, not me. You know, me as a young chap. I would impatiently wait for Sailor Moon to be over so I could watch Dragon Ball Z on what was that? Toonami. There we go. Remember after school special with the little robot space dude? Yeah, I'm old. I'll get over it.
I don't know.
I'm with you there, Advent. Yo, what up?
Sailor Moon to me felt like Barbie dolls. You know what I'm saying? It felt like, I feel like different from nowadays when you're raising children and you let them discover and do what they want. Somebody told me at some point, they're like, Sailor Moon's gay, dude. If you're watching Sailor Moon, I know that you like, I know what you're doing behind closed doors.
What?
So, there was some little kid, Danny, who was like, I can't watch this fucking Sailor Moon. What is
What,
this?
dude? What if I watched a lot of Powerpuff Girls growing up? What's that say about
Same
me? You got-
thing.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Powerpuff
Dude,
Girls was a little more
Wait a minute.
excusable because, like, I don't know. I guess because it's an American cartoon as opposed to like a Japanese animation, because the bullies already thought I was weird for watching Japanese animation. You know, I'm watching Dragon Ball or whatever, Inuyasha back then, you know, in middle school. And they were laughing at me for that. Imagine if it was fucking Sailor Moon on my backpack. You know what I mean? If I had fucking one of these skirted up ladies on my, you know, glittery
Watch
backpack,
it,
I'd be
bro.
getting dunked. Today, you could probably do that. Your kid can stroll in with the Sailor Moon and everybody's patting him on the back saying, wow, you're cute. But me, I would have got flushed in the toilet. Okay. I'd have got the wedgie. Oh, wait, pull that back up. What did Harl say there about the
Is Cell Saga really long, or did they just loop it? Yes, I think it was very long, but also they looped it, I think.
Think about
Also,
it,
that's the other part. Anybody who was at Milltown who hasn't seen it, if you didn't watch it as a kid, I don't know that you could sit through an unabridged version as an adult, because they'd have almost entire episodes where Goku or Gohan would just stand there angrily powering up. Like the Namek saga was the worst. When he finally goes Super Saiyan, they milked it for so long. He would just stand
like
there
8 episdes
powering up, and it'd be just like, yeah, it'd be like the same animation of like volcanoes erupting, like the planets are disrupting. It's like, dude, this planet's been blowing up for 2 months now. You know, what is going on? When are we gonna see something happen?
I love that. Well, shouts out to old school animated cartoons and bullies in high school. Okay, shouts out to bullies in high school and middle school. Milltown says, I like the video. Did you? Good question. Maybe you should like it. And if you're not subscribed, get that D while you're there too. You know, the D on the end of subscribed.
How about that D, baby? Shout out to Andy Reid.
Let's see. Connor says, I believe Dan had mentioned to me one time a website that basically takes out all of the filler and you can watch anime with just the story and skip the filler episodes. Yes. So there was one time when I embarked on the One Piece journey. I was inspired by D-Max to watch One Piece. And I had to look up. Yeah, there's like, if you just Google it, there's like an anime filler website that just tells you every episode that's filler. You don't have to watch any of that garbage. You don't have to watch Frieza and Goku power up for like 8 episodes. Fuck that. All right, anyways, we're being nerds here. See,
welcome to the weeb route.
Milltown was one of those guys that was throwing somebody in a fucking dumpster then when he was a kid. Instead of getting beat up by the bullies, he's fucking flushing their heads in the toilet and giving them noogies and shit. I see how it is.
Yeah, he was the one proving that, you know, German suplexes still hurt. You know, he was out there proving those wrestling moves are real. Look out.
So let's talk about this Keffals thing real quick. Let's just get out the way. Because I know we've got some hot takes and some spicy things to say here real quick about Keffals, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. But Keffals today pulled another good one. Look, dude, I don't have a hate boner, or any kind of boner for that matter, for Keffals here. Just to be clear, I don't have a hate boner for Keffals here, but we talked about it multiple times. She continually impresses me on like how she can be disappointing and shitty and grifty and dumb, you know, all the above. And she pulled one today, lo and behold. So I get home at like 8 this morning. I sit down on my desk. I'm trying to, you know, get my stuff organized here, write the show notes at the top of the day, you know, get it out the way real quick. And I'm doing my show notes. What is this? Danny's boner is for a later guest. Thank you. Anyways, I'm getting the doc out of the way early in the morning. And YouTube, right at the top of my recommended is a new Keffals video. Okay. Obviously, I follow Keffals on the Clout Route YouTube account. not on my personal account. So right at the top, we got Keffals, and it says, well, actually, I can pull up what it says because the doc still tells me what the title says, even though, spoilers, the video is deleted. The title of the video
Vintage Keffals, as Michael Cole would say. Tweet and delete in long form.
The video was called I Changed My Mind About Vaush. And the funny thing was, I watched the video. I got time. It was like a 9-minute video. I got timestamps. You know, I was ready for me and Kevin to just hop through and have some goofs and laughs. But I'm doing the doc later on, you know, different stuff. I'm on Twitter looking at different things and happen to see somebody screenshot the Keffals video, okay? And says, only was up for like 2 hours, ... And I was like, no fucking shit. And I stopped what I was doing, went back and looked. Lo and behold, privated. Video is privated. So let's talk about it.
I feel shocked.
I
feel like good old-fashioned foresight could have caught this one, Danny. I know what they say about hindsight, but...
So, like I said, I had timestamps and everything, so I watched the entire video, okay? I saw the whole 9 minutes. I mean, it was only nine minutes, thankfully, so I didn't waste much of my time. But I did watch the video, okay? And I had timestamps for the there's parts where she's criticizing Tipster, and then there's more parts where she's talking about Vaush or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But let me give you the summary here. She gets on the horn, dude, and she says, I wouldn't have been involved in any drama if it weren't for my friends. I regret getting into the drama. Tipster happened to comment on how Ethan Klein handled the Vaush situation with the pony folder. And I saw my friend Tipster and my friend Vaush getting berated, and I thought I would step in to defend them as the white knight she is. Tipster's stupid, she says. Tipster is stupid for getting into drama with H3H3. That's like the first thing she says in the video. One of the first points she makes. Fucking Tipster is stupid. So it's so funny to see her go on this big thing, and she has just completely reversed course. God, on everything.
Damn, man, with friends like these, huh? Good Lord, dude.
For him.
Luckily, there are people online who have a hate boner for Keffals. There are multiple people online that have a hate boner for Keffals, and
Tipster's one of them now.
Pulled some clips. I'm curious to see how the whole Tipster thing evolves. Oh, wow. V-Dub got me with the re-upload.
My bad. I was quick. I shouldn't have put that one on screen. We broke the fourth wall there. Sorry about that.
You're a king.
I just doxed your DMs, dude. I'm sorry about that.
You're a king, V-Dub. Hopefully it sticks pretty much to the original timestamps because I have some stuff that we can look at. But these clips pretty much sum it up. That's the funny thing, is that since it was only a 9-minute video, people basically grabbed the goodies from it. And Kristen Ark, you know, I had to give it to him sometimes, I guess. He pulled a good one here. This says, guys, after a few weeks and Muda saying he's looking into Keffals' past, she puts out a video about Vaush and throws Tipster under the bus as to why she got involved. So let's listen to some of Keffals' explanation here. Are you ready for this, Kevin?
Oh, I couldn't possibly be. No, but we're gonna get through it.
Leaked a folder full of images that he should not have had on his computer, and it created a living hell for him, for me, for anyone in his general proximity. I'm putting this video out to just give my thoughts. There's no script. I'm just
Clearly.
talking from the heart here about how I feel
Problem.
about Vaush and how I feel about everything now that all of this is played out. A lot of people said that I needlessly inserted myself into all of that drama that happened, and I want to talk about that because I partially agree, but there's also a different side of this that
She
people
agrees.
probably weren't aware of. I saw all of this playing out. I wasn't planning on weighing in.
Me.
None of this was my problem. But then my friend Tipster decided to call out Ethan Klein
You still gonna
on
call him your friend?
Twitter for how he covered the entire situation that happened with Vaush. And then when Ethan Klein leaked.
So there's a little tidbit, okay, from Chris the Narc there. Shouts out to Chris.
I love a story where everything is everyone else's fault. I haven't heard any ounce of accountability here. So Vaush did this, and then my friend Tipster did this, and then Ethan Klein did this, and then Tipster opened his big fat fucking mouth, and then now I'm in trouble. I did nothing wrong. Okay, let's recap the situation here. I did nothing wrong, and everything is happening to me. You are all against me. Everyone is against me. And if you disagree with me, it's because you're a bigot and you're filled with hate. And you need it doesn't have anything to do with me inserting myself into other people's bullshit. It has nothing to do with that. That was Tipster's fault. And please like and subscribe. Did I get it, Danny?
I mean, you got it. You got it. I mean, in the 9-minute video here, she also talks about how she's angry. And this is the crux of the video. This is why she does like I'm disappointed in Vaush or whatever. What did I say it was called? I changed my mind about Vaush. She's angry at Vaush.
Bold. Okay? So bold.
She's angry at Vaush because she came out vocally, Twitter vocally, whatever. Not really, but you know what I mean. She came out publicly and said all this shit defending him. But if you noticed, Vaush playing probably the more intelligent card, honestly, which I guess it's not a stretch to think that Vaush is a little smarter than Keffals at this point. He stayed radio silent. He did not go on Twitter and make a bunch of rebuttals to anybody's bullshit that they were saying about him. He did his video. Well, he did a reaction stream first and foremost, which was embarrassing for him. But then he did his video and then he kind of moved on. I saw him streaming the other day where he had 8K concurrent viewers on fucking YouTube. Like, he's moved on, and he's not talked about it again after he did his video. He's done with it. But Keffals is fucked. She's still getting shit from his situation currently. And she's making it worse for herself by making videos like this, obviously. It just makes it go on and on longer and longer. But yeah, the big crux of the video was she's angry at Vaush because he didn't make a stand for her.
Oh, what
publicly?
Ooh, vintage Keffals.
And he has moved on with no consequence, and she's stuck here to deal with all the heat. You know what I'm saying?
She's not gonna lie, she's pretty heated.
It was a brave video to make, honestly, and then
so brave.
Even braver to take down after being up for 2 hours. Because yes, I mean, obviously, you aren't going to get away with that one.
It's a long time to put up with all that negativity.
So let me pull up another clip here. This is from Def on Cocaine, my favorite Def Noodles account. Okay, fuck the actual Def Noodles. Way cooler. Dennis the Menace, Def on Cocaine on Twitter.
Oh.
He says, "You're not squirming your way out of this one, Keffals, also known as Gay Robotnik." So Def got the alt account. I thought I already had the alt account. That's a different one. So there you go. Yeah, of course, it's a Sonic related. Of course, it's Sonic related. It always is with these autists.
We used to work with Dr. Robotnik. Remember that?
Yeah, right. He was.
You guys wouldn't believe he did porn after the whole Sonic thing.
He did. He did the whole thing with his mustache too.
Yeah, just awful. Awful stuff.
Dennis says those videos are going to keep coming out, and bit by bit, they're going to destroy whatever little reputation you have left even further. Let's watch.
I mean, at this point, we're splitting atoms, but sure.
I think I've also realized from this situation that you don't need to get involved in every single drama. You really don't. I don't think
Hey!
Tipster should have got involved. I think that was really stupid.
Fuck yourself.
What could you have possibly thought the outcome of doing a public call out on Ethan Klein?
I wish we had the clip. It's not like she just sat there and said nothing. They were on this stream together, Danny, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong here? Were they not on this stream together?
Oh yeah, they definitely were.
And it's not like she was like, oh, hey, you know, you're on your own. Like, not even as a joke. I mean, every once in a while, I'll leave Danny out to dry just as a joke. It's a bit, guys. Don't tell the rest of the audience. That's just a secret for you guys here right now. Or, oh, yeah, I don't know about that one, man. I'm going to have to take off. None of that. There was none of that. It was all, if my memory serves, they were both on the same page on their take about what Ethan had done on that stream. But once again, I mean, this is just vintage Keffals.
I just love how she starts with like, you really shouldn't insert yourself into every situation. I've come to learn that, yada, yada. Tipster's an idiot for inserting himself into the situation. I can't believe he possibly inserted himself into the situation. It's like, are you not missing something here? Are you not seeing what you're like? You need to look in the mirror a little bit. Listen to what you're saying.
Jeez, this is like Eric Cartman levels of deleting. This is where the pathological part comes from, I think, right? Is that? I don't know what words mean. I just use them in context as I pick them up.
Let me see here, though. I'm going to go to V-Dub's bootleg video. I'm going to go to the timestamp. Now, I can't remember if what I had timestamped was in one of those clips there. So bear with me here. You might be hearing the same thing twice. We all will, and then we can laugh at it again.
I mean, we've all heard it dozens of times at this point, haven't we? Isn't that kind of the exercise? You mean, so if anything, you just,
hey, the
joke will be, can you tell if this is a redundant clip or if it's just an unscripted rant gone awry?
Is it, are we violating some kind of like ethics here by watching a re-uploaded video of a video that someone took down on purpose? Not that I care. I'm just kind of, you know, talking out loud.
I don't know. I think once you make it public, it's public. And at this point, what day is it? That's right. It's Mario Day in the year of our Lord 2024. So if you don't know yet that once you press send on that tweet or upload on that YouTube video, that it is public and therefore it has the chance to be clipped and posted, then I feel like that's just kind of on you at this point. But
right.
We are dealing with the consummate victim here, Danny. So I'm sure we are at fault here. We are to blame. There's no one else to blame for this being here but us. We're the assholes, without a doubt.
This is one of the timestamps that I labeled as my favorite part of the video. So let's watch.
Because of things I had nothing to do with. I think I've also realized from this situation
that you
don't need to get involved in every single drama. You really don't. I don't think Tipster should have got involved. I think that.
So there you go. I mean, of course, the part that I had timestamped out to say was my favorite part was the part where she completely misses what she's saying. Oh, I don't think you should get involved. Tipster, you fucking idiot. Why did you get involved?
So close to learning that lesson and growing as an individual. You're almost there. Just get past the projection, you know, maybe apply some of it to yourself.
But I do have it timestamped, at least for most of her explanation here, at 45 seconds. So let's give her a chance. Okay. It is Mario Day, Mar-10. Okay, so let's give her the benefit of the doubt, just like Mario would, and let her kind of explain herself a little here. Okay,
sure. Yeah, of course.
Played out. A lot of people said that I needlessly inserted myself into all of that drama that happened, and I want to talk about that because I partially agree.
We
But
saw
there's
some of
also
those.
a
That's good.
different side of this that
Hmm.
people probably weren't aware of. I saw all of this playing out. I wasn't planning on weighing in. None of this was my problem. But then my friend Tipster decided to call out Ethan Klein on Twitter for how he covered the entire situation that happened with Vaush. And then when Ethan Klein responded, I was like, okay, I have two friends now who are getting
This
put
is
on
what I was
blast
kind of
by
referring
a
to.
really large content creator. I decided that I was going to get into the mud because I care about my friends. I don't want to see my friends getting attacked. And that was a huge
Which is why you
mistake.
just called him
Hindsight is
stupid 10 minutes
2020. If I
later
could
in this
go
video.
back and just let everything play out without getting involved, obviously I would have. And I don't want to beat myself up that much
A2
because I
Keffals.
think that my instinct to want to protect my friends when I see them getting attacked is a
Suck a
good one.
dick.
Like,
A
it shows that I
metaphorical
really
dick,
care about
mind you.
people. Caring about
But
people and wanting to
get the
protect
fuck outta
people,
here. You're a
sometimes
liar.
that's not always the greatest idea. And this is
So caring about people
You
and
didn't
wanting
protect
to
anybody
protect
not
people.
named Keffals. Get the fuck. That's what this whole video was. Is you protecting yourself while steamrolling old Tippy. Yeah, that's pathetic.
well, then
dude.
she's
8
got a good.
minutes after this, she's gonna call him an idiot.
Well, then
After
she's
she
got a good
just said,
point,
"Oh,
right?
the whole reason I'm here is because I'm such a fucking valiant person and I had to stand up for my friends." A few minutes later, my friend's a fucking idiot and a loser, and if he hadn't have done this, I wouldn't be in trouble right now. Get the fuck out. Who would buy? How could you buy this? Who would buy this? What's your target audience? Holy
Well,
shit, dude.
What this is the funny thing is that since she took it down, I'm wondering what kind of oh shit. I'm wondering what kind of backlash she got from this. Like, what can you imagine? Because honestly, it's like, look, I couldn't see how this video could spawn anything worse than what she's already gotten, right? You know what I mean? Like, she was defending Lolicon and shit, Lolly or whatever, and horse corn from Vaush before, okay? So it's like this, she's just saying she's standing up for her friends or whatever, blah, 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 you know, stupid shit, whatever her explanation is, stupid shit. I mean, I can't imagine how this got her worse hate than anything else she's already said, to the point where she deletes it.
Yeah, really? Yeah, this is the worst of it, huh? I don't know. All I got to say about this is, Danny, you better hide your horse corn in a super secret folder, bud, because I am not going to be inserting myself into your fucking hentai drama should you ever get into some. I'll just say, hey, Danny never played that stuff when I was around, and I'm sure you would all believe me. Although, I don't know, having that Lio helmet in frame for every single episode of late, I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard to beat those allegations.
Nicole says everyone warned Tipster. I can't feel bad for him. I saw that in chat, and this is kind of, you know, when I was thinking about it, it's like I just saw Tipster, and I'm sure some of you in the audience had saw. I just saw Tipster the other day say something to the effect of like, and it was after all this drama. Obviously, he says, "Oh, you should stand up for your friends. Too many people flake on their friends online. You should be adamant and stand with them," and blah, 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 blah. You know, this kind of idea. Don't betray your friends. Don't throw your friends under the bus. Stick up for your friends.
At least she told him the train was coming. Like. So, hey, get ready for this.
She totally fucking, I mean, imagine running over Tipster in a bus.
I mean, I have no notes on this comment, so I'll just pull that one back up.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you guys know.
Also,
know.
yeah, Babs pointing out this Tipster had this advice first, I think. So credit where it's due. Yeah, make sure you no, Tipster's advice was to only watch the porn on your phone. So that way no one else could ever find it. Yeah. That's I tend to Danny, all I do is I send them to people through Snapchat DMs because those are deleted. That's a deep track. Was it like season 2? That's a callback, guys.
You have it here. Let's see if can we hear it?
Finding it. What do you mean? Snapchat goes away, right? How they?
There it is.
There it is. That's amazing too. Like, how could you be going through all this controversy about people's porn folders and corn folders and shit, and then you'd be like, what a self-report to be like, dude, you like the short stack goblins, bro? Watch it on your phone, brother. Just watch it on your phone, brother. I do it every day. Okay. My wife doesn't know what I'm watching. Okay. I got it on the phone. I'm on the toilet in the bathroom. She thinks I'm taking a shit. Well, I shit after, but beforehand, she don't know what I'm doing in there.
Little does he know his wife has a whole closet safe just full of the printouts from Verizon or whoever the hell he's got. You know, God damn, he's gonna hold that against him.
Keffals receipts.
Yeah. Just look at all this fucking shit you've been searching. My God.
Do you think there is a picture out there that's like tipsters like one of these in the mirror?
I was like, what is he?
He's like one of these in the mirror to Keffals or whatever. Like, imagine shit like got so fucked up between them, especially after this, because she like we said, threw him under the bus. Imagine shit got so fucked up and Keffals was so petty that she's like, all right, here's our DMs. What do you think about these? It's like,
oh, dude, probably right
out them
at some point, because Keffals doesn't have a lot of people publicly, at least, standing up for her. So do you think she would deal with some unsolicited photos from Tipster and be like, hey, sorry, man, I don't see you that way? I bet this dude is almost always drunk. There's no way he didn't shoot his shot at least once.
He's been, what is it now? It's March. As long as he hasn't went back on his word after the Vaush explosion, Tipster has been sober since like July or something, dude. So put some respect on his name.
Yeah. And my hair has been growing back since April.
Well, that's almost a whole year now, Kevin.
I know, dude. Isn't it crazy?
Oh, goodness gracious. So there you go.
Almost all the way back.
We love Keffals on the show, folks. We love Keffals. We love to see Keffals shine like a true star out there. Okay. Guess what, Keffals? I won't miss a fucking 8 a.m. video. Okay. You think you can get away with posting a video at the butt crack of dawn, you know, and being like, oh, well, nobody will see it, I guess. No. I watched that whole fucking video. I heard you humiliate yourself. Okay. Don't doubt it. What are we looking at, Kevin? What are we looking at? Okay. We got some time here.
Oh, yeah. Danny's on his way home, dude. You can't slip an 8 a.m. video past him, bro. The rest of us are starting our day. He's finishing his.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, not always finishing it, but some days. Sundays are my half day. So, yeah, I am kind of finishing my day on Sunday. 8 a.m. 4 to 8. Would you do one of those for a half day?
I was going to say, I'd be jealous, but I can't get up. The only way I'm going into work 4 a.m. is I'm calling an Uber, and I'm probably a little drunk getting there.
Tipster's right there with you.
Yeah.
What is Tipster? Do you think this is a question I'll ask you while we're here on the Tipster thing. Do you think Tipster has a real job?
Do I think Tipster has a real job?
Yeah. Like,
no.
Do you think he does anything besides streaming? Or do you think his wife supports him?
Games, right?
Or like, I'm just wondering if he makes enough money off of his streams to just do that anyways. Because I don't know if he is. I don't know if he does. Kev, you might have been muted at one point.
Am I muted? Am I good?
You're not. I think you're
okay.
Good. I wouldn't be able to hear you if you're muted. But yeah, I want to know if he makes enough money to just do it, or if he works another job. I wonder what he does. It's just so tech for a school district. I hope
that's not true.
Do you remember the tech guy from your school district? Okay, there was this. I took the media course in my high school, so like my last 2 years of high school, I was in like half of the day. I was in a media course type thing. So we worked with the school tech a lot. Like he was in there for like the the morning announcements for the school or whatever, blah, blah, blah. This guy, okay, I mean, I could see how Tipster could fit right into that position. It's like
God.
a little creepy, like hairy guy, kind of out of shape. You think that he lives alone, probably. Tipster somehow has a wife.
So he's the kind of IT guy that basically just restarts your computer for you and orders you a new one if it doesn't work. Like he's that
Right.
like yeah, okay. That fits. Like I do not see him as a web developer, but yeah, I could see him as having had a job like that for the last 20 years back when that level of knowledge meant something and now is just kind of, I mean, you know,
Well,
especially if it's for a
meme.
school, like yeah, what are you doing? You're just buying him a new laptop. Yeah,
I mean, it's exactly that meme. It's like fucking, have you restarted the computer yet?
yeah, exactly. You just give it the old hard restart. Yeah. I believe that.
Pull up this
he goes and replaces keyboards. Yeah, see, that I can believe 100%. You can do that drunk.
I've known Tipster back when he was called your geeky Tipster. Ooh. Connor P says, I can vouch for Dan. Tech guy was bizarre. See, I can't remember what this guy's name was, but he was like, for some reason, I mean, maybe it's because I was in high school and I've always been short anyway. So what does that matter? But I just remember him as like this big, just like hairy. He had like the like red blotchy skin, like he had been drinking and scratching his face all night. That kind of guy. He creeped me out. He creeped me out a little bit. Okay. He creeped me out a little bit. He'd come into class and like our actual teacher would be teaching sometimes and he'd just be in like the back of the room watching or something.
Just like saying a prayer to the Yellow King or something.
I don't know. Definitely was a creepy guy. Shouts out to him. His name was, God, fuck. I don't want to dox him, I guess. I can't remember his name.
Good.
Am I getting old? Are you getting old officially when you can't remember high school teacher names?
No, I see it as there's only so much RAM in the human brain. And at a certain point, you just have this sort of auto delete where it's like, yeah, I'm never going to need to know that. So why the hell would I remember it? It's out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sure if Connor remembers, he can drop his name. And the funny thing is that my buddy Corn here lives in the same town probably as this guy still does. So you don't want to drop his name in the chat. He might come find you.
Pest has another theory, by the way. It might.
Okay. Yeah. Did you try restarting the computer? Let's see. Okay, so we've got
Are you due for a software update?
The worlds are crossing again, Kevin, as per usual. We always have one of these where it's a famous MMA fighter heckling a Deaf Noodles, or it's a Sneeko getting his face pounded in by another professional. What was he? Sean Strickland. What is he? A boxer?
MMA, UFC, former UFC champ.
So we always have little crossovers of our worlds like this. Shouts out to Bite Size Sports while we're at it.
Thank you.
And all the other things, Carnage Media, whatever. Shouts out to Kev. Shouts out to your podcast, Kev. I didn't mean for it to sound like that.
Yeah. Danny's getting his workout in right
now. Here it is. I hope Netflix doesn't. Wouldn't it be a real bitch if Netflix takes us down for watching their trailer of this fucking shit? Imagine.
That would be very sad. We're gonna get this. It's gonna be, if it was the WWE, I would tell you don't even bother, because they absolutely will copyright it for 19 seconds.
Oh, Connor, I've been thinking about it more and more. He says I don't remember. It was Gary something. Isn't Gary just right from the jump? Gary,
an IT guy named Gary sounds like somebody that Dexter had to end game in season 2.
Yep, exactly. He was fucking wrapped up in some plastic wrap.
Yeah, the Dark Passenger was the last thing Gary saw.
Oh, okay. Let's watch this. Jake Paul v. Mike Tyson. Before we play it, actually, I want to laugh at the fact that I'm pretty sure I can't, bring it forth in my brain. Obviously, I can't pick out the episode that it was, but I'm pretty damn sure that there was a show we had where we were talking about Jake Paul or somebody fucking boxing and moving up in the world, blah, blah, blah. And I am pretty sure we talked about this whole scenario going down. Like, oh, imagine if he got into a fight with somebody legit, like Mike Tyson or something. And lo and behold, he's fucking here previewing his fight for Mike Tyson. I mean, what do you think?
Couple of bald-headed soothsayers, man. Now we're gonna talk about something later on that I also absolutely called. So, I may have to reach out to Ren. I was telling Danny this, we're gonna have to get like a Nostradamus type. I'm thinking like an egg.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, Nostradamus. Thinking like an egg wearing one of those hats, looking into a crystal ball. Maybe two eggs looking into a crystal ball. So we can brag when we get things right, and when we get them wrong, of course, I will remove those comments and we'll just sweep that under the rug.
Shouts out to you guys dropping links in the chat. We really appreciate
you. Yeah, Danny, I heard Netflix actually, they were lucky to get this fight because Vine wanted to come back and they thought, well, a 7-second pay-per-view, that's something that's never been done before. So they were like, we'll have Tyson just knock Jake Paul out real quick.
You don't think there's going to be any shenanigans here? Like Jake Paul takes a W somehow? You don't think Mike Tyson would do that to himself?
No, I can't say that. No, I will never. Especially today, I really can't rule out anybody like taking a dive in a Jake Paul fight if the bag is big enough. Netflix just gave the WWE $5 billion with an option for $5 billion more. So I don't know where they're getting all this money from, to be honest. It can't be from the movie studio that they invested in. That went super well. Yeah, maybe it's that dystopian China that we've been seeing all about on Twitter.
It's their Saudi benefactors.
Oh, that actually probably is it. If I'm being honest. Yikes!
I keep hearing this shit about. We'll watch the trailer here real quick, but I keep hearing this shit about Jake Paul's average age of fighters or whatever. Pest says Tyson is still dangerous. Mike Tyson at 60 is still Mike Tyson. So fair enough.
If he loses, I'll be convinced it's a dive. Like,
I do keep hearing this shit about Jake Paul's like average age of fighter though. He's like he is 20 whatever Jake is, and his average fighter age is like 40 something.
Yeah, and they're all pro. They're all former. A lot of them are former MMA fighters, wrestlers,
retired or something. Like what the fuck?
I mean, hell. Dude? I mean, Ben Askren. Jesus, that was awful.
Was that guy younger or no? He was older too, right?
He was. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was retired at that point from MMA and was never a striker to begin with. That's what I'm saying. I mean, even Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is known more for taking punches to the head, I think, than anything. It's not like he has no power, but he wasn't necessarily a boxer by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, and then what he's fought, I don't know. It's just all former athletes from other sports or old people because it was paid off. Maybe it might be. I mean, listen, I hate to even say these things. Obviously, you guys know I love the world of combat sports, so I hate the idea that anybody would fix fights, but I am not afraid to say it about Jake Paul. I'll take my chances. Bosses at Carnage Media, if you ever get a Jake Paul fight, I understand if we have to go with Clayton on that one. It's fine. Yeah, you don't have to have me commentate. It's fine. But no, I will never rule out a Jake Paul fight being fixed or a Logan Paul fight at this point.
Well, let's watch the hype video, okay? Without further ado. So lame.
Oh, Jake still looks kind of scared though, huh?
Let me go back here.
That's longer than the fight's gonna be, guys. You believe that?
This motherfucker old. Look at Mike Tyson here, dude.
Ooh.
Not only is he gonna bite that ear off, but this motherfucker is old as shit, dude. He looks old. Okay, like it's been a while since I've seen him up close, high def like this. This motherfucker is looking old. Now, I'm not denying that he could beat Jake Paul's ass. I hope. I'm praying actually that he beats Jake Paul's ass. It's about time. Like I want to see him get like really fucked up.
I still think the most recent clip I think personally I've seen from Mike Tyson is about 4 years old. So take that with a grain of salt. But in that clip, he still clears anybody Jake Paul has ever fought, and Jake Paul himself. But a lot can happen, especially for an old man, in 4 years. So now Jake Paul tried to present that to his Twitter following as if that was a 2-week-old video because he's a fucking loser. And he's already hedging his bets for getting beat by this, what will be a 58-year-old man at the time of the fight.
Oh, here we go. Thank you, Cone, for the hot update here. Hold on. Let me pull this down. Well, he says that trailer is AI generated, which kind of cracks me up to think about. But check this out here. Maybe this is why we had talked about it before on the show, because Cone sent me Dexerto. Mike Tyson says he wouldn't fight Jake Paul or Logan Paul May 9th, 2021. So we may have this may have been in the news and we talked about it. Maybe that's why I remember. Interesting.
You guys will have to go dive into the archives and tell Fat Kev I said hi. We rest in peace, big guy.
I don't know if I was Fat Dan or Skinny Dan at that point. So just say hi for me.
I look like that.
whatever. We're all right. But yeah, no, I mean, there we go. July, whatever. We definitely will not be watching this stream in our Discord whatsoever. There's no way that I would ever buy this pay-per-view and then go on Discord and somehow share it to the entire Discord so that we could sit and live react and shit talk the whole thing. There's no way I'd ever do anything like that. So don't look forward to us doing anything illegal or of that sort. We would never
do it. Couldn't do it. I'm gonna Rick Astley that whole situation. Never gonna do it.
Never gonna give you illegal pay-per-views.
That's right. That's actually in the extended version. Third verse.
I like that. He still does music. Rick Astley. Like I just saw.
Hell yeah, dude. I didn't know that, but
he came out with like a new music video. Like he's still doing this stuff.
Connor, it's advertised as free to anybody who pays. What is it, like $17 a month for Netflix?
Oh, right. It's free, but they've raised the price like 3 times of Netflix in between when they announced it and when it goes live.
Danny, remember, you wouldn't download a car. All right. So didn't you ever watch those PSAs growing up? So,
yeah. It's like, yes, I do. I do remember. You wouldn't download a car.
Shows you.
You wouldn't
shows what you know about me, fool. I would absolutely 3D print a car. Idiot. You don't think you know anything about me, government.
So it's an hour in. This is where we
halftime.
Don't quit. It's not over. We
haven't hit
stopped.
Us with it.
Okay, we have not stopped. We're still going, but I want to tell you, just like Dave did earlier in the show, we've got to re-hit it one more time. What's up, George, in the chat? Sweater Vest Quartet shouts out. We've got to re-hit this one more time. Make sure you like the stream, okay, folks? We love that you're here. We love that you're watching. Give us a little like there. If you're not subscribed and you're here, you're crazy. So hit that subscribe button. It'll give you the D on the end of subscribe to make it subscribed. Nothing perverted. And make sure you're leaving us comments in the chat because this is the shout out. And what we do on the shout out is we read your fucking comments. Okay. All those comments that you're dropping, I take a second, every once in a while, and I read them like this that says, Tarar, I'm fat and sassy, just like Danny. Okay. Or, we look at Sweater Vest Quartet who says, I would download a car. I mean, if somebody told me that I could download a car, You got Pest here. I always forget to like. So great that we stopped for a second and reminded you to like. Okay. Patreon.com/thecloutroute. If you want to donate $1 or $5, you can. You also get exclusive and early stuff over there if you do. Also, you can just subscribe for free. It's fine too. That's great, actually. Last free subscriber we had, I think, was the Joshua Putman. One of them. Right?
Probably the real one.
Probably the real one.
Probably.
I'm pretty confident in that. Well,
About a 5 out of 10.
But while we're here, I will shout out our current shout out producers. They happen to be Pest, first comment in chat, always forgetting to like. Tarar, who's fat and sassy just like me. Kind of cool Greg, who's, man, I don't know if you heard about this Rooster Teeth shutdown. We'll probably talk about it on Tuesday. But I don't think that, I know that they were like loosely affiliated, but I don't think the Rooster Teeth shutdown affects Kind of Funny and Kind of Cool Greg over there at Kind of Funny. So I think he's safe. So shouts out to Kind of Cool Greg and Kind of Funny. Only Mistakes and Carla, always in chat, always sharing our links. Thank you, Carla. And Ryan, of course. Last but not least, our newest. What do we call them? Pay pigs? No.
Whoa.
Only Ryan. Yes, Connor. It's more of a hard-hitting, big news story that we do on a Tuesday show. So we'll probably talk about it in the later half of Tuesday's show. But yeah, Rooster Teeth, Warner Brothers owned and Warner Brothers flushed down the toilet. Rest in peace, Rooster Teeth.
Another one bites the dust in the world of Warner Brothers, a place where great decisions are always made. But I don't know much about this one in particular, but when it comes to Warner Brothers, I tend to think they probably fucked it up.
You watch any Rooster Teeth stuff?
Mm-mm.
Because, they have tons of stuff. They had Rooster Teeth Maine, obviously, but I think Funhouse was under it. Connor says classic Halo 1 vids. Yeah, Red versus Blue, I believe.
Red versus Blue, then yes, absolutely.
Is Rooster Teeth, one of their originals, They also had an anime on there. Don't listen to Poland Spring. But they also did all kinds of different stuff on Rooster Teeth. So I'm sure that there's a chance someone out there likes something from Rooster Teeth and will be disappointed to hear that they are no longer a thing. Carla says, where's Ryan? What happened to Ryan? The news on that end, Parking Tigers, if you didn't know, suspended on Twitter, for being a crazy. And then it's like the 8th suspension. So he's been led to an unfortunate demise here. After 8 suspensions, he just couldn't take it anymore. So last night on Huggy's stream, he announced his unfortunate passing. So rest in peace to Parking Tigers. But shouts out to Ryan for supporting the show.
Yes, we'll always have Ryan. But yeah, fare thee well, Parking Tigers. We hardly knew ye.
We hardly knew ye. Let's see. Let's get into some memes up at the top.
That reminds me of Casey Kasem when he yelled at his producers because he had to read a sad eulogy, and then he's like, and next is this. He's like, what is this fucking shit? How am I supposed to get to this? Shouts out to Casey Kasem, man, living legend who's no longer living, but he was at one point both living and a legend. So just like Parking Tigers. See, you brought it all back.
There you go. V-Dub shared us this, and I thought it was pretty funny. We're not going to get into the weeds of the politics, obviously. We're not those kind of people. So sorry if you're here for that, but we will get into Trump finding must be Snapchat. I'm wondering why or how. I think we've discovered a kernel of a even bigger story here, Kevin, because we're about to watch a video Trump posted of where he's going through either Snapchat or like Instagram or something that has filters, and he's running Joe, as you can see here, through a filter. But then I started thinking, he's got these filters going on. What is Trump doing on Snapchat?
You know.
What's Trump doing on
Danny?
What? Does he think those messages disappear?
You know. You know why he's on Snapchat.
Those messages don't go away, Trump.
Well, he hasn't found that out yet. I mean, he's just now getting to Snapchat.
He doesn't
take him
know?
a year to learn that whichever one of his drinking buddies told him that actually doesn't know fucking shit.
He's never shook hands with Chris D'Elia, you don't think?
Vintage Trump, right?
You don't
here.
think that they ever went for a handshake and then D'Elia just creeps in? He does like, the behind the ear thing, and he's like, "Hey, just so you know, that shit doesn't go away, Trump."
It's fine.
That Snapchat shit. It doesn't go away. No, but let's watch this, okay? Some lovely filters on the State of the Union address here. I mean, I have to give it to him, as we always do. The Fifi master himself, classic meme instantly.
Pretty good work here.
I mean, he's funny, okay? We got to give it to him.
Oh. I don't agree with that.
Woo! Lost since 1933.
You guys ever seen Smile?
Yeah, a little bit.
Great. Can't wait for the sequel.
By the way, that law was written and the benefit expired in 2025.
No, I think they should. Every politician should have to wear that last filter.
I mean, wouldn't
bring back the Taco Bell dog, by the way.
For sure. It must be racist or something. That's why they took it away.
Okay.
Probably. But I would be, if I got to watch, like, imagine, this is the thing, this is where politics is fucking up, okay? They need to have like color commentary and like somebody at the sidelines of these fucking things, because for most people, let's say most viewing Americans out there, it's fucking blah, 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 blah coming out of his mouth. I mean, Trump, it's the same thing. It's just like blah, 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 something bigoted, blah, 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 racist, blah, blah, blah.
The best they've ever been.
The best there ever was. Clear the border.
Has strong arms, not as big as my arms, but they're very strong. He hugged me.
Biden's just blah, 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 and between a few yawns or whatever. But no, if we had some like color commentary, or you had me and Kevin at the sidelines there, like putting Snapchat filters on fucking Joe Biden's face, the viewers would be out of this world, dude. Why don't they get moist critical to cover it on YouTube?
See, Trump might be able to get away with it, Danny, but if you and I go into a crowd and start doing that, we're gonna get "Don't Tase Me, Bro'd." All right, you guys saw that in Discord earlier. All right, shit's real. That shit happens.
So thanks, V-Dub, for that. I'm glad to see
He's
that
on board.
Trump isn't old enough to not know what Snapchat is. I mean, interesting. I would have figured that he's way too old to apply a filter to somebody's face, but blah, 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 ice cream, blah, blah, blah. I love kids jumping on my lap, blah, blah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, as soon as you start talking about whispering into somebody's ear, I was like, oh god,
feeling my hairy legs, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he ain't whispering anything, dude. He's sniffing someone's hair. Oh, look at that. V-Dub. Boom. Look at that.
Sniff their hair. Okay.
Same exact time. Wavelengths.
Check out this. There's a new, we always love to hit these new TikTok, new trends, all this.
Oh, we're super hip, dude. We knew about Snapchat a long time ago.
You trying to get bricked up, Kevin?
I thought that was an Only Dan's segment.
Well, after we get bricked up for Only Dan's, we can go outside and get bricked up with our buddies, okay?
Oh, okay.
Check this one out.
Ready, go. Oh! 2, 3. Dude, no. Ready, go.
Fake?
You think fake?
I do.
Fake.
Yeah. X'd out. Hilarious though that people would be.
Damn.
Someone's gonna be dumb enough to do that for real. But
I mean,
hey.
I would do that. Like if you rewind back to like high school, because in high school they were like, "Hey, you want to take your shirt off and let us shoot frozen paintballs at you?" I was like,
this your IT guy, Danny?
I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, Gary, get out the frozen paintballs."
Yeah, Gary. Gary calls himself the Red Dragon. He lives in the boiler room.
Yeah.
He's got a big old tattoo on his back.
But I think, yeah, if you would have caught me in like high school with this and my friends were doing it or whatever, I would have threw a couple bricks. And it would have been real too. I mean, we did this almost same kind of thing when we were in high school and they had recorded it. It would be funny if I could ever somehow get this footage because I think everyone in the audience would laugh and on Discord, but there is footage of me and some friends in some what do they call it, like the night vision, like the green hue, you know what I mean, where we're being recorded throwing full cases of soda pop at each other in a small room with the lights off. So it's like each of us came, there was like 6 of us, and we came loaded with a 12-pack, and we're just fucking full on throwing cans in a dark room. I didn't get clipped. I didn't get touched by a single one. Now, I can't say the same for all my buddies.
Did you throw any, or were you just like,
I
down?
Unload a whole 12-pack clip. CD. Connor says CD war. Okay, I can tell you an old story back when
those things fucking hurt.
When we were,
they could.
You could get cut up with that shit.
Yeah,
when we were in high school, yeah, I was a juggalo. When we were in high school, Corn, Connor in the chat, his brother or his mom, or maybe it was a combination of both of them, had a huge, like a ungodly CD collection. Okay. Like every fucking, and right now these would be worth some money. I bet like these are some classics. I'm sure that we just blew up, but they had racks upon racks of CDs, dude. And they just had a big giant open attic where we grab stacks of CDs and we're just pew, 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 throwing discs at each other from across the room.
Holy shit. I hope they were the spare. I hope you started with the Michael Bolton albums at least. Didn't get into anything
I'm gonna
good.
be there. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Yeah, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Why should I change? He's the one that sucks.
Let's see. So memories, folks, memories. Let's get into this Nick O'Neill crypto cringe story, okay? The one and the only Nick O'Neill. Now, I'm sure you've never heard of him because guess what?
He's in the Matrix? We're in the Matrix.
I thought I had a good one for that, but I really couldn't think of anything. He's unremarkable, folks.
That works.
He's unremarkable, folks. It's another crypto scamming dude. This one came across my desk and I thought it was hilarious. So we're going to watch some of this. Nick O'Neill, he's the hottest sensation. Crypto, actually, if you didn't know, Kevin, weirdly enough,
now you know.
In the year of our Lord 2024, crypto is on the incline. Weirdly enough, Shiba coin, all Shiba. These like old meme ones. Yeah. Like Shiba coin is like Shiba, like a dog. Like a dog. No. Shiba. Like the Shiba Inu dog.
Go Team Venture.
That shit is up. That shit's like on the rise right now, even though it's been years since those meme coins even mattered. But weirdly enough, the crypto is on the rise. And one of our crypto bros that we're going to be looking at for the foreseeable future is Nick O'Neill. So cheers to all the haters from my penthouse. This was
cheers,
the first,
my dude.
This was the first video I saw of old Nick.
Yo, cheers to all the Twitter haters who said I don't own my Miami house.
Why didn't he pause it? Why didn't you get a second?
Hold up my
Like
jet
your voice.
so I can fly out here to my New York City penthouse
It wasn't even live. Like your voice cracks 3 words into the first take, and you don't just suddenly stop. And we can see there's a cameraman there. We can see it in his goddamn Morpheus glasses. All right, you take it. Do another take, man.
Look,
Over
you can
here-
see it in the reflection that there's somebody recording
Yeah.
him.
Over here, dude's over here zoinksing like Shaggy over here. Take a second take, you fucking grifter.
Let me let him finish, and then I want to ask you something about this guy.
there. Anyways, while you're click-clacking on Twitter from your mom's basement, I'll be sitting here sipping from my $5,000 bottle of champagne. Remember, choose rich. Yo, cheers to all the Twitter haters.
So check
Dude
this
is
shit out.
McLovin, dude. He's not even I like the Muppet advent, but this guy is McLovin.
I gotta tell you, I gotta reiterate something on the show. Okay, Straight Out Whoville is correct. I gotta reiterate something that I've said before on the show, and I want to bring it up again because I've seen this motherfucker before. This guy, I've seen him before. You know why? I don't know Nick O'Neill. I don't. I've never met Nick O'Neill. Never seen Nick O'Neill. Never talked about Nick O'Neill on the show. I've seen Nick O'Neill because he is one of the Skyrim NPC default fucking characters, bro. One of those, how they always have, I've said it before on the show, how they always have in a game, you got like 10 presets and you can scroll through different shapes and sizes of preset characters and faces. This fucking face on this guy here, I've seen it. I don't know if it's like a thing, like maybe it's, I don't know, some kind of genetics or something, but I've seen this guy's face on other human beings before.
It's fitting that we would have this guy on the same stream that we have Mike Tyson clip. This is actually the personification of, who was that scrawny Joe dude at the beginning of Punch Out where you had to fight your way up to Mike Tyson, the guy who was 0-99. It's him right here. I mean, you can even tell. Look, he looks like Mike Tyson punched him in the face a few times.
Advent says total Nord face. Yeah, I mean, like,
he has to
he's
trade
one of
crypto because he took an arrow to the knee.
He's one of the fucking presets, dude. I've seen this dude's face before. So after I saw this, I was like, what is this shit? Like, what the fuck is this guy going on about? And CoffeeZilla did a video. He has like a side channel. He has a side channel called like Voidzilla now or something. He did a video on this after I looked into it. 3 channels
now? My God.
Maybe.
Careful.
I don't know.
He's gonna hopefully one of them isn't a course.
But we'll see a little clip of the CoffeeZilla video here that Nick shared on his Twitter. He says, so Coffee Break is saying my house is rented because there's a suitcase. Bro has clearly never heard of flying. My staff handles my baggage, CoffeeZilla. Choose rich. Okay, let me play this clip.
I chose rich every time.
That is not real.
I chose rich every time from a clearly rented house. He claims to own it, but his suitcase is right in the corner. So I guess he's gonna struggle to explain that one, why he hasn't unpacked in his own house.
He didn't struggle. He didn't struggle.
Rich every
That dude, tell me I'm lying. That neon sign looks fake. It looks like somebody added that in paint.
It's like paint. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought this too, but the funny thing is that Coffee doesn't bring it up. And this guy acts like it's just normal, you know? So it's like, I thought this watching the video, but I don't know. They act like it's normal. So I'm assuming this is normal.
There's no way. Yeah, it's his bug out bag. You know, see this, I would not beat these allegations because I do tend to keep most of my Carnage gear in a rolly suitcase because I got tired of lugging 3 duffel bags everywhere. So I am one of those dudes who kind of has a suitcase, but I don't leave it out in my fucking living room either. You know, there's a place for it. Yeah, don't put it down, put it away, Nick, or whatever. Is that what's this guy's name?
Nick O'Neill,
Howard
maybe.
or something. Okay.
Nick O'Neill.
I could have sworn it was Joe or something. Okay. Nick.
But yeah, I mean, I choose rich every time. It's a good slogan. I had to
Yeah,
give 'em
dude.
that.
You could have
I
done
choose
better
rich.
in InShot, by the way. Not sponsored, but shout out to InShot.
So I've got to show you this awesome thread that the old boy got into. Okay, so it starts with this. If I show you this picture, this is actually the first time I ever saw Nick. And you might have seen this picture going around, maybe. Did you see this going viral on Twitter? This picture of him on his yacht?
No.
This picture I was seeing go viral independently of all the other shit. Just like people memeing off of it, you know, changing his face or saying whatever.
That is, yeah. Well, I mean, you would want to, right? You'd want to Photoshop him out. Otherwise, it would be a decent picture.
So
Those glasses, my God.
this is who you're trading against. So then if we go
It's
forward.
Like, it's like he went into the store and said, how can you make me look more like a bug?
Here is our bug master, man. This is the video that CoffeeZilla actually reacted to on his channel. But here's a little bit of Nick just spitting, spitting his swag.
Crypto Twitter seemed to be amused by my success. I worked hard to buy that yacht. I worked hard to buy this big ass house.
With no furniture.
Yet you're out there tweeting at me from your tiny little apartment and itty bitty couch. Well, let me tell you, I made a mindset shift. I chose rich every time. So what life you gonna choose?
Ew, that's so fake. I think you can even tell when he walks past it.
You need to
props to them for doing the whole mirroring thing to try to make it look real. I mean, that the kind of people who are going to give that guy money for his crypto advice would absolutely fall for that level of Photoshop. So I get it. To some extent, I think these scammers purposefully have things kind of low tier because you need to be incredibly gullible to fall for these schemes. So sometimes I think it's part of the scam. Like they're not trying to waste their time with anybody that has half a brain. They're looking for people with less than 50% to even start with. So they leave these little clues in there like the Illuminati.
Let's check this part out.
Sounds like you Twitter fools chose broke.
Yeah, Nita makes a great point. This guy's just doing Lil Tay.
It is kind of, except
Holy
like an older, like ugly looking fucking caveman dude doing it. I chose rich, bitch. I might be ugly as fuck, but I chose rich.
Dedicated, motivated.
I'm sorry. That's my opinion only. I'm sorry. Poland thinks he's cool, so I mean, fair enough.
Well, in that case, I completely changed my mind. I think he's a pretty cool guy. I'm actually gonna get a pair of those glasses on Amazon.
Oh, I thought I had a pair. I do. Sorry, Lio.
I'm not.
Now I'm just like Nick O'Neill.
I would say those are more. You never beaten those Kaczynski allegations.
Well, these aren't the ones. Those ones broke.
Money don't care about ugly.
I need to fix it. Okay, so let's move it right along here. There's our crypto bro, Nick O'Neill. I wanted to get to this Blaire White thing because it's so funny to me. Blaire White has been blatantly ripped off. Okay, we've seen Blaire White posing in pictures with Alex Jones, doing her right-wing trans thing. She stands to be still really the only trans right-wing creator that I can think of. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah, I don't have my Pokedex, so
she's the one and only out there right now. And Blaire White has been stolen from, not Claire Black, but Blaire White. I mean, I almost fumbled my words there because of how funny that was. Claire Black.
You had me going for a second there. I was like, oh, Advent found one. What an idiot.
So check this out, okay? Here is Blaire White's original video. Okay, let's watch.
That doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
Today I got the big Fruit Loop.
He's dead.
Join me on my Fat Positive radio show.
Which didn't last long because she died.
Just because I'm
So,
Well, damn.
there is Blaire taking her shots at fat Twitter and fat TikTok and calling out some of these creators that glamorized eating food or whatever for a YouTube living and then died later
Wonder
on.
why she didn't mention Nikocado avocado.
Maybe she didn't do her
Oh.
research. He's not dead
Like
yet.
Foodie Beauty, or
They're not dead. They got to be dead.
Oh,
the
it's
meme,
almost
the
like
joke.
we had a predetermined narrative there.
Weird, huh?
Huh.
Well, somebody had.
Not that I'd say you should live like any of those people. Sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
What do they call it? Parallel thinking. It's not stealing. It's parallel thinking, guys. Okay, check this one out. Blaire White has been blatantly ripped off here. I can't even believe it. Blatantly, so blatantly that the clips, the people, everything about it completely ripped.
Oh, is this just not Sniper Wolf, huh?
Not
Okay.
Sniper Wolf.
I'm shocked.
Check it out.
just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
I've got 3 McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. Which one's the best?
He's dead.
Join me.
Oh, she changed the clip from that one.
Didn't last long because she died.
Just because I'm fat.
Wow. Wow, you are so talented. You're a very smart lady.
I mean, honestly, though, that's some like the people are all the same in the clips. Yeah, you're right. She used it wasn't the big giant Fruit Loop, it was something else. But you know what I think this is, Kevin? I think this is a straight woman. Okay, let's call her out. I think this is a straight woman thinking that she can come out here, and because she's a straight woman with her tits in the camera, that she can somehow take away any kind of hard work that poor Blaire White, trans woman, has done. Okay, just because you're a blonde bimbo cisgendered lady doesn't mean you can come out here and steal people's content.
It's true. Absolutely true. And it might be transphobic. V-Dub's onto so
It is transphobic. Very transphobic.
She
to steal
really
from a
is.
trans
She's
creator.
like a Dollar General Sniper Wolf, huh?
Yeah, she stole that too, bitch.
I bet those glasses are fake. As someone who has real glasses, anybody who wears fake glasses for the clout
I bet
can
those
get
tits are
fucked.
fake.
You can fuck off with that. Fuck you, asshole.
Oh, fuck this lady, okay? I stand with Blaire White. The one and only time that I'll ever say these words. I stand with Blaire White. She didn't even give credit, Connor said.
Ooh, you're almost you're almost covered, dude. You can't assume she was
you're assuming
cisgender,
she's
dude, just
cis.
because she's showing a little cleavage, dude. Come on.
Oh, wait, pull that back up again. I want to read that. Are you assuming she's cis? So I am assuming she's cis. That was the joke. I was assuming, yes. Because women can't think for themselves. Yes.
Yes, yes,
I just had to,
just so we're clear.
had to read that back and make sure.
A lot of people questioning the validity. I might question the validity of the hair color at that point.
She's not a true. No, she seemed like a true blonde to me.
Yeah, that's racist.
No,
no, it's
not at all.
something not
Hairist,
PC. Yeah,
elitist, and when it comes to color of hair, I certainly don't have any hair, let alone blonde.
yeah, that's what it really is. We just hate
Ableist.
anybody who has a hair. Yeah.
Ableist, that's what it is. Wish.com. Oh, thank you, Babs. So yeah, there is your Blaire White getting ripped off. Can't believe it. I'm outraged. Like, what
No
stops?
justice.
What stops somebody? I realize that, Blaire can quote tweet this lady and be like, "You freak. I can't believe you stole my content," whatever. But ultimately, it is somebody reacting to someone else's content, correct? You know, they're both just watching someone's else's videos. So do you think there's ever a world where Sniper Wolf Sniper Wolf, see, I'm all confused. Do you think there's ever a world where Blaire White could take this person to task for stealing her video? It's like, well, did she steal your video? Or maybe did you steal 3 different people's videos and just say some dumb shit on top of it?
It's a tough one, and to add to that Russian doll, you might be right. Sniper Wolf might be mad at her too because she has stolen Sniper Wolf's content, and the Triple S seems like the kind of lady that might think what she has done is actual work, and she might unironically accuse this person of stealing her whole shtick, which would just be hilarious to me. But yeah, I'd be careful. I think this is blatant theft, but the only thing,
yeah, I mean, it's pretty blatant theft.
Is doing the side by side, you know, where they just sit there and go.
I like it when they do like the TikTok people do the overlay where it's just them. It's like them cut out, you know, and then they're doing one of these like point. Yeah, you got it. You know, like, yeah, that's true. But you hear that? That's true.
Those people should be made to clean trash off the sides of the highway anytime they're caught doing that. That should be a misdemeanor, because not only is it lazy and you're stealing from other content creators who might otherwise be making that paltry fucking ad money. Trust me, I know what it's like to get paid from Meta. Jesus Christ, you're already making fractions of pennies, and now some dipshit's gonna steal it from you. No, straight to jail. Maybe not to jail, but yeah, you should be cleaning up those bottles that truckers fill with piss while they're driving down the road. You should have to spend one Saturday doing that for every time you lazily steal someone's content with your cringy bullshit.
Agreed. I think Connor agrees too. He says, what if they are both sponsored by big news media?
Oh,
you know how they have the same news coverage everywhere in the country at the same time, trying to hit all audiences. It's a psyop, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. You think there's a different audience for trans right-wing creators than there is for just some blonde bimbo on TikTok? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, shouts out to Blaire. I hope she gets it figured out. Otherwise, you know, I hope she really takes this lady to court and gets that judge to sign off on that piss bottle thing.
Dude, it's Planet Fitness that's behind this. They're trying to get you all to the judgment-free zone.
I like that. All right, well, let's see how much time we got left. We're about 140 in, about just perfect amount of time for me to talk some shit about commentary at the end of the show, folks. We're here. You've been holding your breath the whole stream. When are we going to talk about commentary 2 and the unfortunate downfall of the folks that they don't like to be called commentary 2? I want to make that clear. Commentary 2 is a meme. Okay, that's what they say. The D-Maxes and the maggots and the P-Paul riveters of them all. Commentary 2, only a meme, but it's very convenient for our uses right now when they all kind of get canceled at the same time for us to just say it's commentary 2, even though it's a meme.
Well, it's just a meme, just like anti-commentary. You know, it's not real. It's not a real thing.
Well, we're anti-commentary 2, and that is actually real.
Yeah, yes, exactly, because we had to branch off. Can you guys believe, Clout Crew, can you believe people actually thought we were associated with that crackhead Hujan? Are you kidding me? How ill-informed would you have to be? Like, you'd have to be listening to someone who's either very dumb, not paying any attention, or someone who had malicious intent that just wanted to make us look like anything other than a couple of joke-cracking eggs, okay? There's no way on God's green earth that we'd be associated with that fucking dipshit.
Hujan?
So anti-commentary 2 had to be born.
Yeah. It was a necessity, folks. So if you want to join anti-commentary too, hit up that Clout Route Discord. We got you, okay? Pest says revenge of the brony. Fucker sold commentary, or fucker sold merch with commentary 2 on it. It's real. It's a meme, okay? Advent, you don't get it, okay? It's not a real thing. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. They might have put it on coffee mugs. They might have put it on t-shirts. They might have bought some t-shirts that they wear on stream that actually say commentary 2. But it's just a meme.
Just a meme, you guys.
I do like to joke about that. That's funny. And let's be clear at the top of this all that me and Kevin are here to make light of a situation, laugh, comedy here, folks. So while I just don't get into the very granular, in-depth Twitter back and forth of it all, you know what I mean? Maybe I missed a tweet here or there that somebody said to clarify a little bit. Who cares? Okay. This is fucking the dumbest drama that I've ever encountered so far being a part of this commentary shit. So like, if we miss a few very needed context tweets out there somewhere buried in all this between blocked accounts, fucking suspended accounts, fucking protected accounts, whatever. I mean, okay, let's be real. Okay. If you guys want the actual facts, maybe that's somewhere else. Just come here to listen to us laugh.
I would send you to a verified journalist, but some crackhead murdered him on Twitter, so I can't.
Yeah, I can't even look at my Parking Tigers tweets that I had on the dock.
Yeah, so we're not gonna die on that hill. You know, we're not journalists. Okay, I am nothing more than an internet court jester. All right, so
that's true. I like that. Kevin.
Relax.
Based. So let's start at the top here. Now, I've already tried to explain this to Kevin once, so I'm going to try to explain it to Kevin again as quickly as I can, and then let's get to some funny memes, okay?
I am very slow.
The recap here, okay? This is not just for you, Kevin. It's for the audience too. You know, some of them don't always know what's going on in this tiny commentary community that we all exist in, okay?
You didn't need to say that, but I appreciate you for doing that. You're a real mensch. I think that's a good thing. I don't know.
Okay, I'll take it as a good thing.
I hear people say it.
Sounds racist. So P. Paul Riveter, D-Max, and kind of sort of D-Max's mom and MAGA edits are the stars of our story today. Kind of sort of the last two, you know, they're not as central to what we're going to laugh at today, but it all starts with Magnetar here. You see Magnetar. Bigger than us YouTuber, you know, decent sized YouTuber. He it says up here, best in sci-fi horror oceanic military apocalyptic storytelling. Interesting.
It's very, very specific, but if you want to be the best at something,
specific,
you know,
and broad kind of all together.
Yeah. Pick a niche if you want. So that way, you know, you got like 27 people to fight to be the greatest in the world. That's why I picked Kevin's, because let's be honest. Slim pickings as far as my competition goes.
Pick a lane, Magnetar. So it all starts with Magnetar because what had happened was there's a guy out here in Commentary 2ville, a guy on Twitter. You can, if you're not familiar with the commentary sectors, you know what I'm saying. There is a guy on Twitter named D-Max. Okay, he's a friendly ex. Now recording guy that's been around. He edited for Lawcow for a second. Apparently he overcharged and Keemstar got mad about that or something. He also stole Dick Stroke and Phil vlogs video and ended up getting fired or whatever the hell happened with that Lawcow situation. Anyways, D-Max, folks. D-Max the brony. Actually, if I bring up the picture that I posted here, everybody can get a little better view of who we're talking about. But let's see if I roll back here and pull up my lovely AI art, we'll get a good glimpse of Peepaw and D-Max themselves right here.
Ooh.
Okay. D-Max being the brony, the self-proclaimed brony, Commentary 2 dude, and Peepaw being his best friend of, like, I don't know, they said something like 7 years they've known each other online. Ooh. Peepaw, best friend of D-Max for 7 years online. You can see, I mean, you can say what you want about the age discrepancy there. A little weird for best friends, but hey, we're not judging, right? You can even see Maggot here in the comments, just so we can be clear. Commentary 2 has never and will never be any more than a meme. And then you see me underneath. We're memeing, Maggot. So just being clear, we're joking about it all. Okay. But anyways, let me get to the nitty gritty of it all. Magnetar, who I had brought up, was a guy that was in battle with Mama Max, who we have talked about on the show before. Mama Max, internet criminal,
Leviathan,
bringer of Leviathans. You know, if you need a recap on Mama Max, I suggest you YouTube that. Magnetar was at odds with Mama Max because some things that Mama Max said about Magnetar weren't exactly true. I believe the word pedo was thrown around there, blah, blah, blah. But Magnetar was trying to take Mama Max to court, okay? With his audience and kind of the momentum of the whole Mama Max downfall, he decided to make a GoFundMe like. It's not exactly a GoFundMe, but it's a site like GoFundMe to raise funds to fight Mama Max in court. He was well on his way, making money there from his, you know, little crowd on the internet, people that had seen the Mama Max stuff, yada, yada. And D-Max, and I guess by association, Peepaw and Maggot. Now, I think it was more D-Max and Maggot who led the charge, but Peepaw was involved there a little bit. These three, commentary 2 folk, decided to take Magnetar to task a little bit, okay? They saw some discrepancies, some suspicion, you know, with his GoFundMe. They were wondering things such as, why would he put it on a website that doesn't automatically refund the donors if the goal isn't met? Why didn't the campaign have a specific end date? Things like that, okay? So D-Max took to Twitter with Maggot and started their own kind of conversations on Twitter about it all. So it was either vague, like sub-tweets they like to call, where they weren't exactly saying what they mean, but kind of calling out people vaguely, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, isn't that just so much fun to do?
Yeah, to decipher all that. Yeah, it is fun. But yeah, Maggot and D-Max kind of were loosely accusing, but not really. They had their suspicions, okay? Well, then it led to Magnetar, D-Max, Peepaw kind of all getting in a thread with each other, back and forth, arguing, discussing, whatever. This whole thing eventually leads to Magnetar taking down the campaign against Mama Max and refunding all of the money. Okay. Now, people take issue with that too. That's maybe suspicious that they called him out and then he decided to give it up, you know, whatever. A lot of people were critical of Magnetar just for refunding and stopping the campaign because they felt he did nothing wrong in the first place to have to do that. But it is what it is. He ended up taking down the campaign and refunding all the money.
Bro, you imagine bending the knee to these two? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, he did. He did. I mean, in so many words, I guess. Not really, but kind of. He just didn't want to deal with the headache anymore, I guess, which can't blame him, especially if this kind of shit's happening. Because ultimately, the reason why the backlash was so strong against these two here for calling out Magnetar and doing all this was because D-Max and people and Maggot too, a little bit, they approached the situation wrong. Vague tweets on Twitter, you know, subtweeting, as I said, kind of this back and forth. They weren't really sticking to their guns and like going full force with what they were trying to say, you know. They tried to even say, some of them, you know, I don't know if it's Peepaw or D-Max or one of them, kind of was like, where did I actually say this? Where did I make the allegations? Blah, blah, blah. Because they were really only asking questions, according to them. Fair, whatever. Asking questions about a fundraiser. I mean, after the completionist thing, right? I feel like it's fair to ask questions. Am I right?
Always fair to ask questions.
It just kind of depends on how you do it. Am I right?
There is always a way to do it sort of tactfully, right? You know, even V-Dub agrees. Could have framed it as a question.
So people took issue with the way D-Max and them approached Magnetar. Magnetar withdrew his campaign, refunded the money, and then we start in with Riveter, okay? After all of this drama went down, after the back and forth in Twitter comments, after Magnetar had decided to refund, okay? Peepaw, and I don't know if this is due to the backlash or due to compounding feelings, whatever it is, Peepaw decides that from the way the internet is shaping up against him, D-Max, you know, he decides to step away. If I bring up this tweet here, Peepaw Reverter says, guys, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Thank you for the support over the past couple years. I'm still proud of the creators we helped, and I hope they continue to create and entertain. Any monies left in the fund, I'm going to donate to the American Cancer Society. Again, thank you all. Now, you can already see in the comments there, Boblax, at least apologize to Magnetar before you leave. Don't be a coward. Sarah Sausage, is this a trust me bro situation? How do you know we're going to donate the funds, Riveter? Ashley Fives, Riveter, just apologize to Magnetar. Holy shit, this isn't the flex you need that you think it is. Alice Jean, Riveter, I don't think you need to quit. You can bounce back, send Magnetar a DM. He's a chill, blah, blah, blah. You get the gist of it all here. What do you think about vaguely leading? And they would even, like I said, Maggot and D-Max kind of refuse. We'll get to that, Kanga. Maggot and D-Max kind of refuse to, like,
I'm sorry.
I think Maggot's a little better than D-Max in this whole situation because she's like standing her ground and shitting on people that disagree with her, which like a lot of people think she's wrong for her position, but at least she's talking shit back and saying stuff. Reverter is leaving here, as you see from this tweet, and D-Max hasn't said shit really. So
yeah, he's let his mom talk for him.
I at least appreciate Maggot for that she's like standing her ground, talking her own shit, you know, whatever. But yeah, Reverter says here that he's leaving. So yeah, but that was one of my questions to you, kind of, Kevin. Like, they went so hard about this thing at Magnetar, and they got him to do what they wanted. Honestly, I mean, maybe not explicitly wanted, but they got him to take down the campaign that they were having all these questions about. So it's like maybe not an intentional W, but what do you think is going to happen when you start plugging away at the validity of somebody's campaign of money that they're raising? You know what I mean? Like, what was your end goal in the first place? Maybe it wasn't to get him to take it down, but that's what happened. And I feel like that's a logical course, right? You would think if you're bitching at somebody about the validity of their campaign, raising money for a court case, you're bitching because you want them to stop, right?
Oh, maybe he just wanted attention.
Or maybe you just want attention. I mean, that's also another angle here. And I think a lot of people share your thoughts there too with this whole attention thing, except the problem with that whole side is if Riveter and D-Max and them are trying to get attention, why is Riveter leaving?
Could it have been a long con? Is this really the easiest way out? Now, when it comes to Peepaw, I'm just gonna say this once, guys, and we talked about it earlier. I'm gonna have to hit Ren up to get those Clout Stradamus shirts made, because I can't remember what season it was, but I tried to warn every single one of you to never trust a man who refers to himself as the internet's Peepaw. I tried to tell you, and you would not listen to me.
A little
and
sussy.
Now here we are. And I hate saying I told you so. You guys know this, because every time I tell you that I told you so, I let you know how much I hate doing it. So you know it's true.
Yeah, okay.
I really hate this moment right now, but I did try to warn you guys. So Like and subscribe for our
So
for our trouble.
So there's more Riveter stuff going forward here, but what happens is Riveter decides he's stepping away or whatever. He makes that tweet. Again, like, I'm not even sure how directly involved Riveter even was. I mean, as far as I knew, he was just like D-Max's cheerleader throughout this whole thing. I don't even think he was really lobbying very many allegations, but whatever. I guess he felt the need to step away.
He should have pulled a Keffals. D-Max. D-Max an idiot. Should have got me involved in this.
But anyways, after all this big kerfuffle, where it really went south for Riveter, D-Max, and them is that somebody got a hold of this story and decided to roll with it. And that somebody is Nicholas Diorio. Okay. Now, we are not fans, particularly of Nicholas Diorio here. In fact, he still has me blocked, and I think he's a petty little chubby bitch. So fuck you, Nick. But Nick picked up this story and rolled with it. He must be friends or at least partial to Magnetar and thought it was crazy that Maggot and D-Max and Riveter are going at Magnetar about this shit. Nick thought it was wild because they really were doing it out of nowhere. It's not like he did anything bad for them to like start investigating or whatever. I mean, at least not particularly. And at least not in association with this exact campaign against Mama Max, you know, like nobody really had a reason not to trust him. I guess they did for some reason, but we'd have to ask them what that was. Nicholas Diorio says, 2 MAGA edits here. You can see his take is brain dead, and you got mocked in a donation on my stream tangentially. You guys took a shot in the dark, embarrassed yourselves, and now you're running around crying. I personally think it's funny. So Diorio clearly thinks that all of this shit was fucking embarrassing, and he did a whole stream where he was calling out them specifically too. So it's not very often that like a bigger commentary guy like Diorio, who has thousands and thousands of views, talks about somebody that's like our size. You know what I mean? Reverter and D-Max are closer to us, so it's almost like if Diorio saw one of our videos and specifically called us out in it, you know, Danny and Kevin, those fucking
it's like if Bo Blacks did a Twitter versus the Clout route, you know, it's because Bo Blacks was in on this too, at least on Twitter.
Yeah.
So you know, so you're telling me there's a chance, Danny, someday we are gonna upgrade. We're gonna be performing in front of the biggest fucking McDonald's you guys have ever seen. It's so good. Market
zero, motherfuckers. But so Diorio took the story, ran with it, took a lot of shots at Maggot, D-Max, Reverter, talking shit. He even said that Reverter had reached out to him in private DMs about the whole situation, and he was so mad that Reverter even bothered reaching out to him about this shit. He's like, what did you think? I was gonna take your side about this shit? Like, you guys are acting foolish. So even insult to injury, Reverter gets called out for sending him DMs.
Dude, 2024 is such a weird year. How many more of our rogues from the gallery am I going to be forced to agree with, Danny, before we finally admit that I died a long time ago and I'm stuck in purgatory? When is it going to happen?
You're going to have to keep, you're stuck in purgatory. That's for sure.
Well, I am in Ohio, so.
So Tommy C here, D-Max, the best example of bad faith YouTube commentary. So, I mean, on top of Diorio taking shots, then Tommy C comes out with a whole ass stream talking shit about D-Max specifically, calls him out. Obviously, this whole thing was more about like a lot of his involvement with Lolcow Live. Tommy C knows a little bit more behind the scenes stuff because he's really close with Matt Pitt, who did Now Recording with D-Max too. So I think Tommy had a good take, a good idea on this whole situation. He said some funny things. I'd go watch. I'd recommend the watch. I mean, I guess especially if you don't like D-Max and all them over there in commentary too, you'll definitely love the watch.
Dude, now Danny's suggesting Tommy C streams. What is going on?
Well, you know, maybe this will turn the tables. Okay. Maybe we'll start having a positive relationship with Tommy C, because the last time I interacted with him, I said something about he's so old that his first car was like a Flintstones car where he ran with his feet. He didn't like that. He didn't like my take. So let's hope this changes the perspective. Tommy C, we shouted you out. Okay.
He did. I did not. I want that
Right.
to be
Don't
noted
blame Kevin.
specifically.
Don't blame Kevin. So here is more reverter here. Let me pull this up. Peepaw reverter. I hope this will answer most people's questions. First and foremost, I think what Mama Max did to Magnetar was horrible, and I truly hope this dude gets justice, whatever that means. Secondly, D-Max is my friend and has been since 2017, both online and off. Third, as for what happened this past weekend, I am sorry for it getting blown out of pocket the way that it did. After going back and looking at all the tweets and listening to Tommy C's stream, I can 100% see everyone's viewpoint, including D-Max and Maggots.
Welcome. Hop up next to me on that fence, people. Huh?
I don't agree with any person's opinions or statements that have been made. Fourthly and lastly, I have been contemplating leaving for a while or taking a break. This incident just sealed the deal. I get there are both sides. I get it that there are both sides, some reveling in all the stuff being directed at me, D-Mex and Maggot. Fair enough. I know I have personally directed some at people in my time here. One thing I'm certain of, if I ever return to make content, it won't be making this type of content. Okay? Harles and I had a discussion in Discord about all this when it was going down and Peepaw's whole fucking decline and run. I mean, he deleted his Discord. He canceled his podcast. It was with like 3 other people, Clear as Mud or whatever. And he posted on Twitter that he's done making content. So yeah, we were talking about all that. And Harles had said since like December, it had seemed like Peepaw was on the erring on the side of like not enjoying this content as much as maybe he did at one point or thought he did. So fair enough. I mean, you can leave whenever you want to. Obviously, you're not fucking this wasn't his full-time job, so I feel that you get tired of it after a while, you're more than allowed to end it whenever you want. I think that it's a valid criticism to start busting your balls when you quit during all this. You know what I mean? He could quit whenever on his own terms, sure, but when it's in the midst of all this like drama shit, it just makes you look like a coward.
Just so you guys know, if I ever stick my foot in my mouth and say something stupid and decide to leave the internet, I want you to know that I've been contemplating for a long time. I really, I thought, honestly, there was a time where if Nick Fuentes had gotten any more popular, I would have quit. I would have quit content creation altogether because I just would have not been able to remove his voice from my head. But, luckily we were able to pivot and do more of a comedy thing, and we kind of found our footing here at the Clout Route. But I tell you what, if I should slip and do something very very stupid, or maybe I might just embarrass myself a little bit, I want you guys to know it's been a long time coming. Okay, I'm not very happy, and as soon as I get the first opportunity to get called out and criticized for one of my opinions, I'm probably going to quit. So just so we're all on the same page.
Well, before you quit on me on this stream, Kevin, I just wanted to ask you, we can wrap it up quick and watch a few reverter clips here and laugh and then get out of here like usual at the top of the 2. Or if you want, it might take us a little over our extended time. We could round out the rest of this story. What are you thinking here?
Oh, dude, let's round it out, man.
Worst
case, we got to do a second halftime, and somebody's gonna have to pull a quartering in their basement, but that's okay.
If you need to take a quartering, just let me know.
Yeah.
Here, okay, as we continue along with the story, here's a reverter making sure the haters don't get him. Okay, after all this kerfuffle about Magnetar's donations and raising funds and blah, blah, blah. He wanted to make it clear, here are the receipts showing that I have donated the money that's left over in his little fund to the American Cancer Society. So he did bring the receipts that they were scared that Magnetar didn't have. So I think that's kind of funny that he did that at the end. He's like, hey, I got the receipts. Like, come on, dude.
You still can't give it up, huh?
But no sorry out of Peepaw, not really. I mean, he said that he thinks Magnetar was unjustly treated by Mama Max, but never a sorry. By Mama Max, never a sorry.
Not by him though. Not by those three. They didn't do anything. Okay, cool. No, I get it.
But
I get it. Yeah, I'd quit too.
Kevin's feeling it here. Like I said, Reverter deleted or at least removed everybody from his Discord. So it's that serious. He thinks that he's just tossing the whole Discord aside. Clear as Mud has been canceled, like I said. Let's check out this video from Agamids Alex on Twitter here. Another commentary community dude. I thought his little tidbit here was kind of funny. He shows the screenshot from Reverter and as well as the Clear as Mud podcast. Twitter has been shut down. He says the first time this guy gets any pushback from someone of note, he just fucking crumbles. Jessica Pizzle and Aiden Projects endured 100 times what Reverter got from Nick like 4 years ago. This is genuinely pathetic. Even Flamenco stuck to his guns longer than this. So obviously there's a couple commentary names there that you might not be familiar with, Kevin, but Alex's point here is that Reverter folded way too quickly. Now, obviously we saw Reverter say that it was because it's been a long time coming, but
yet he couldn't do it on his own. He had to be forced out. He didn't want to be here so badly, Danny, that instead of just saying, guys, I'm out, it's been real, I appreciate you all, he decided to self-sabotage and then just take his ball and go home.
Do you think there's something he's hiding? Do you think he's got secrets? He's like,
I think at the very least he's coping.
Perfect time to get out so they don't find anything else.
Nobody look, nothing else.
Close the Discord. Close the Discord, stop the podcast. Nothing else to see here. I'm done. Hey,
if that does happen, bro, then I'll never trust anyone who goes by Peepaw ever again, whether on the internet or not.
Well, and it kind of makes me laugh before we look at this. It kind of makes me laugh thinking about that because, like, is it any worse me sitting here saying to Peepaw, like, you deleted your Discord, you're jumping offline or whatever. You're not going to take a part of this. What are you hiding? What do you got going on in your Discord? What are you running from? This was a nothing burger of a situation. Why are you running scared all of a sudden? I think it's just as valid for me to ask those kind of questions. Peepaw, are you doing something perverted in your server? Are you doing something gross? What are you doing with all those ladies in your server? Why have you been friends with D-Max for so long online? Some guy that's so much younger than you. Is it rude of me to ask weird questions like that when they were going to Magnetar with no basis of anything and asking him all these weird ass questions? You know what I mean?
Well, my grandma used to say 2 weirds don't make a right, but she also French was her first language, so a lot of stuff she said just doesn't make sense. But I love you, Mimi. Je t'aime, Mimi. Bonjour.
I mean, I do think it's shitty to lobby those kind of suspicions, Oh, he could be a creep on Discord. That's why he deleted his Discord and he left, convenient. I think it's shitty to lobby those kind of allegations, but that's kind of what they were doing to Magnetar in the first place.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Danny. Did this not happen before? Did Peepaw not step in this before with the once and beloved parking tigers?
Well, do you want to see it?
I feel like this is rehashing an old memory. Like, is this deja vu?
Well, before we play that Agamids clip, because I still think that that's very relevant, let me show you here V-Dub's clip. Okay. Old school V-Dub clip where exactly what Kevin is talking about happened. Peepaw stepped in some shit. It just happened to be with parking and all of us this last time. So V-Dub got some receipts. So let's listen.
Did parking tigers dox anybody? The answer is no. We never made the claim that he did. Well, Ryan Morrison replies as well, says, who is it saying doxing is wrong? LMAO. Well, if it's wrong, Ryan, then why are you doing it?
Bro, he says unironically on a stream that apparently was Hujan on that team?
No, that was D-Max that was with him.
But
D-Max.
why was Hujan on the thumbnail? Were they? Because
maybe they were
also in the thumbnail.
It was probably when that whole situation was back when Parking and Hujan were beefing big time. And it was all like, Hujan was like, he's doxing my family by sharing all these things. And then Parking's like, he's doxing my family by making a Twitter account that's actually my mom and talking about my dead dad. You remember all that? Yeah.
I do. It'll take a while to forget, but yeah, every time I have Hujan nightmares, I just turn on the episode of Breaking Bad where Jesse gets kidnapped by those crackheads. You know the one. I can't go into more detail, but it has to do with an ATM. You know what I'm talking about? And I just feel better, like as if the boogeyman can't get me anymore.
But yeah, I mean, VDub says it's fair, Danny. People called PT a doxer and then lied about it. Live by the sword, die by the sword. I mean, that's what I'm kind of saying with the whole Magnetar analogy I was trying to make and saying all these things about Riveter. Like, don't get me wrong. I watched Riveter in the morning. I think that he's an okay guy. I don't hate the guy. I mean, some people that I'm friends with have a little bit more personal issues, like that whole situation with Parking, but I never really hated the guy. I certainly wasn't telling people, watch out for people like Kevin. So I do have to give him that. But yeah, I never had a problem with the guy. I think he's a good creator, whatever. I think he had good takes from time to time. I just think that this whole situation he's handling like a crazy person.
And he had a long time to come up with a better name
than people.
That's all I'm saying.
So let me show you some funny Peepaw clips. Now this one from Alex Gekmo Agamids, whatever the fuck his
Agamemnon. Every time you
Agamemnon.
Every time you say that dude's name, I think of Helen of Troy, and I want to go read the Odyssey.
Maybe that's what he's going off of there. I don't know. Anyways, check out this reverter clip, and you'll think, well, maybe this will start connecting some dots in your brain. Okay, I think that's what it's representing here.
Maybe I was wrong.
Out there that I'm this really nice guy and that I'm really good-hearted, and yeah, okay, but there's also this large portion, probably a lot more so than the other side that you guys see day in and day out, that is a very mean, spiteful, ugly person. But I've lived long enough to know how to control that part of me. And if you get to the point where you push me to where that I let that demon out of its cage, it's not going to be good for you, because I will say some things that will cut you literally to the core. I will flay the flesh from your skeleton.
Yeah, there will be, right? It's like everybody has an id, everybody has an ego.
Yes, but I don't.
Challenge accepted, peeps.
Part of me used to consume my personality and how I interacted with people for decades, and I do mean decades. But I have learned how to control that part of me.
So we'll pause it here and give a little chat. The guy that says, for decades, I lived at coming at other people, cutting them to the core with my commentary and my words. I lived for decades, humiliating and reveling and shitting on people. And I get one guy saying that I'm wrong about something, and time to go, pack it up, delete that Discord, no more podcasts, I'm done being online. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, yes, he was talking about those, like, listen up, libtard, kind of the skeleton. I love that, Harles, like those Facebook skeleton memes. I love that. Like, listen up, libtard, I just shitted in my pants.
Here, let's listen to
This
it a
is
little bit more.
ridiculous, dude.
He
This
knows.
is great. It's crazy that it's one thing to say this, and I'm a wrestling fan. I'm all about cutting a promo. I'm all about building the brand. But if you want to establish yourself as that guy and you can't take any sort of criticism, there's just fewer things in this world that will cause me to visibly cringe and just lose any respect for you. Because Jesus Christ, dude. This sounds, I don't know. It sounds like Peepaw was trying to convince himself of whatever he was saying. I will flay the flesh from your skin. I must have my 10 pounds of flesh. I will feed it to the elder gods, and you will not know what hit you. Oh, did I not do my research? And now you're calling me out on it. I quit, guys. Sorry. This is the desire to quit this job has been building within me for decades. And before YouTube flays my flesh from my own bones, I must just go ahead and fucking quit.
It's so funny. Let's listen a little bit more.
And it's still there, and it's still a bigger part of me as it ever was. But I keep it in
his
check,
villain arc, bro.
right? Because I don't like that.
Who
I don't
edited?
like
Did
that
he make
interaction with
this?
people.
And this is, I think, Alex.
Who made this edit? Okay,
Agamemnon.
Okay, good job, Agamemnon, dude. Your wife should have never left you.
It is pretty good, isn't it? I mean, music. I mean, what he's saying is what he said. Okay. Now you said it to a little bit of music. It sounds a little bit more sinister, but he said the words. Okay. Let's be real. No editing. No AI when it comes to the words. These came straight out of Peepaw's mouth. Okay.
I used to love it. Because I could literally make people sit there and bawl and cry. I could make grown adults cry with how vicious I was with my words, and I relished in that. And I thought it was great because it showed how much power I had over these people.
15 years old.
In actuality, it wasn't about me having power over them. It was about me just being an actor. You know, anybody can get their feelings hurt. Anybody, even the toughest people, I can hurt their feelings. Or what? Not me,
Make
but
them
people.
mad, at least. Yeah.
I can make people. There
you go.
Shadow, be careful, man. Otherwise, our biting rhetoric might peel the skin from your bones or whatever people were just fucking saying. Dude thinks he's in like a WWE pay-per-view, man.
It's great. I mean,
props to the editor. Well done.
That's quite riveting content from Riveter. Be careful, Shadow. Couple more of those comments in my chat right now, and I'm liable to fucking quit this bitch, okay?
You know what I just realized?
You keep going off in chat, Shadow, and saying that this isn't content. I'm about to quit this bitch.
Bro, I think he's
He's
just watching back when I made the red dragon joke. I'm pretty sure this is a red dragon joke, dude. Hell yeah.
I'm fucking deleting the Discord out of this. I'm done with this shit. These motherfuckers think they're gonna be out here making fun of me. I'll just quit. You think you're gonna say another thing about the Clout route? We're done.
You make fun of me 13 or 14 more times and I'm out of here.
Oh, goodness gracious. So right, that was a little bit of Reverter. I also have another clip here. Another edit of Reverter. There's so many people have taken shots at Peepaw before, and I feel like he's done exactly how he boasted in that video. You know, he kind of just like let it roll off his shoulder, you know, didn't think much of it, whatever. I don't know what about this Magnetar situation like broke him, but it seems like people have been taking shots at him for a long time. I mean, your name's fucking Peepaw. No shit that somebody's gonna fucking
you can't just softball it in there like that, man.
Oh, let's watch this.
When I was younger, because of the culture and the time that I was raised in, I said the N-word plenty of times. To find a older black gentleman.
It's only the rednecks that go by people. I knew it.
To sit down with me and talk with me and help me to understand that some of the shit I was saying was just out of fucking pocket. The one that I would use.
Yeah, the N word.
And I'm not even going to say it now, but there was a baseball league back in the day for Black Americans to play baseball in, and it was called the N League. Okay, so look it up if you want to know what word I'm talking about. The only people that have had a PC purchased was we had Jessica Pizzo received a PC, Ayako received a PC, a person who wants to remain anonymous received a PC, K-Huck got a second monitor, microphones were bought for maggot edits, and Huggy Bear. Okay, let's not get hung up on whether or not I'm a simp or not. Okay,
Leave Huggy out of this. All right, what Huggy do?
Zali and I have had sex.
Huh?
Rip Reverter.
What?
What? I don't know what that last clip was.
Zali and I have had sex.
It sounds like he almost says they had sex. Interesting.
So this whole time I thought it was PP Riveter, but it's actually Reverter. He's trying to go like back to segregation and stuff. Right? It seems like.
It's just so funny that like he says I said the N-word before. Like, it's not even like a bit. Like, we're rolling through here or whatever, and I'm making some kind of hillbilly joke where I'm like, yeah, I've said the N-word a couple times. No, this is just like him seriously looking at the camera and being like, look, when I was younger, okay, back where I come from, sometimes you just toss around the N-word, okay? Your friend is doing something a little funny over there, you know? And I'm just like, my N-word. What up, my N-word? Wait, don't we have a soundbite for that?
My N-word.
Oh.
So I thought that one was pretty funny. Anyways, enough goofing on Reverter. I want to get to this D-Max segment before we go way too long.
Oh, there's another segment. Cool. Can you buy like 60 seconds?
Get out of here.
Yeah,
okay?
let's go. I'll see you guys later.
So D-Max also has a little what I call it a spank. I'm not gonna give D-Max a spanking, okay? It's not about him. In my opinion, D-Max is the middle of the road here. If we had to scale MAGA edits, Reverter, D-Max, okay? MAGA to the top for me, because at least she's on Twitter. She'll block everybody that she hates. Then she's going to quote tweet you and talk shit about it. You eventually see the tweet, you know, whatever. So MAGA's still out here at least talking shit and defending herself. D-Max is doing some fucking flower power fucking video game streams, not pretending like none of this is going on, which, to be real, I didn't watch his gaming stream or whatever from the other day, so maybe he talked about this whole situation a little bit more. I don't know. I figure somebody would have clipped it out of and laughed about it a little if he did. So as far as I know, it seems like, especially on Twitter, D-Max is just kind of letting this kind of pass. Reverter quit, Maggot standing and fighting for herself. So I don't know. Maggot's at the top of my list, if you ask me. And she's even in chat. MAGA edits, fight me. Fight her. If you don't like what she's saying, fight her. Okay. Anyways, let me bring this up here. So we're gonna start talking about D-Max. The whole thing with D-Max is his whole approach to it is one thing. To avoid it, to not talk about it, you know, whatever. I guess you can take that approach. But if your mother is on Twitter going at your defense and you're not saying anything, I don't know. I don't know how I really think about that. You're going to let mommy go to bat with you? You've got Kristen Ark here saying, imagine being almost 30 years old and your mom is fighting on Twitter with people because you and your friends got called out for the first time. Jesus Christ, man. Cut the umbilical cord.
Mom, if you're listening, you're probably not. I love you with all of my heart. If I am getting my ass beat by a bunch of losers on Twitter, just assume that I earned it and just let me take my beating, all right? Don't create a Twitter account and start fight my battles for me. Just in case. You don't need to hear this. You're just going to be happy that you got mentioned on the show. So sorry, D-Max's mom. I used you for a bit, but hi, Mom. Love you.
I told these motherfuckers that they'd be sorry if my mom got on Twitter. You want to make fun of me and then my mom gets on Twitter? You're going to be sorry. She'll be showing up at your house. That's somebody that would, my mom is one of those people that, oh, this guy doxes. What's that mean? What's doxing? Oh, they find their addresses. Okay.
Like a phone book?
DM to the guy, you know, if she could figure out what a DM is and says, hey, who's John? You got that D-Max address? I heard he was talking shit about my son. Mom wouldn't be arguing with people on Twitter. She'd be going finding you.
Honestly, my mom would probably like the bangers. Like if it was a good one, if it was a real heater.
Well, the funny thing
she'd
is,
probably give you the old thumbs up.
That picture of D-Max and Peepaw that I shared, D-Max's mother liked it. She liked that shit. Yes, she did.
Oh, my son just looks so handsome.
He's just so cute in there with that jar of piss and that little pony in it.
He got one just like that in his room. How'd you know, Danny?
Yeah, for real. I've actually seen, they must have got that real picture animated into one of those AI things. Oh, goodness gracious. So here you've got D-Max's mother. Now, how do I know it's D-Max's mother? Well, I had saw D-Max interacting with this account months ago. So I knew for a while that this was his mom. She just never really did this kind of crazy shit before. But then it got out that she was his mom on Twitter. And when people started noticing what she was saying under people's comments, then people really started laughing. You see Beavers here, who is a prior co-host of the Now Recording podcast with D-Max. He says, during all this, obviously, so anything interesting happened this week, been kind of slow, you know, being funny about the whole situation with his co-host. Mom says, I can say yes, well done. Cheers to useful tools. Know that you and yours will be in good company. The commentary will be awesome, like cleansing of anything nice. Huzzah.
Okay, first of all, this woman's a tyrant. She's talking about cleansing. Sounds pretty scorched earth to me, Danny.
That one's pretty tame.
Do you see? She's gonna be like, are these good tweets? Do you see? I am becoming.
That one, pretty tame in comparison to what we're about to get into here. Here is an argument with one of our favorites, Bo Blacks. Bo Blacks, which I didn't pull the tweet and I should have.
Cleansing and sweeping her mom dog whistles.
even at one point, which if Kanga is listening in the audience and wants to send it my way in Maine on the Discord, there was D-Max's mom even came at Kanga. I don't think I
yeah, she talked about it earlier and it's in the chat somewhere.
She came at Kanga and said, like, you're a tool or something for something that she commented on.
There it is.
Yep. So even poor Kanga is getting fucking strays. I'm sorry, Kanga. As you see here, this is Roberto's original tweet. Then you've got Boblox saying, at least apologize. Mom says, at Blowblacks is a tool, parentheses, useful idiot.
That is a decent definition of tool. I find it funny that she felt the need to explain that joke. Are you the only person who liked that tweet, by the way? Good for you, pal.
You're right, I am. That's right, baby. Only one. I'm in support of D-Max's mom.
I was gonna say, you can't say we don't support
mom, dude.
fellow creators.
D-Max's mom, one of my favorite Twitter follows. Love D-Max's mom.
There's a term for those of you who don't play poker. It's something that was stolen from pinball. It's called being on tilt. It's kind of like when you just lose any and all sense of yourself and you're fully emotional and you're just kind of fucking out of it. What kind of tilt do you have to be on to be taking shots at fucking Kang on Twitter? Are you kidding me? Like,
hey,
we've lost the plot, my friend.
Don't you ever dare comment on a Peepaw Reverter tweet again. She's on high alert, okay? She'll get your ass, you tool. I can't. I mean, like, someone's mom calling you a tool on Twitter it's the best thing. That's a badge of honor for you, Kanga, if you ask me. Josh actually replies, though, and says how to her blow blacks as a tool. And she says, thank you for replying. Interesting. That's a mom thing to do. Because you are just saying what other people say and not thinking or speaking for yourself. You are used by others, a tool, not a friend. That is how. You are dogpiling as it seems. Have a good night. It is not that I am tired, it is not you I am tired of. Stupid. So I guess she's saying like it's not you I'm tired of, it's stupid that I'm tired of. How people lasted this long being friends with so many of you is beyond me. Better person than me for sure. And yeah,
that's a first.
I have to agree with her. I don't know how Peepaw was friends with all these people for so long anyways, because he's like 55 and everyone else is like 20.
Yeah, fair enough, dude. Fair, yeah.
So I don't know what he was doing.
Well, no, I get it. I get it.
Okay.
It's actually what my Arrested Development was one of my favorite shows growing up. So I'm very in tune with what's going on here.
Maybe I did pull the Kanga one because I have still more here. What is this one? Oh, well, the story was kind of picked up by others. So people started finding that D-Max's mom was on Twitter. So of course they start looking at her Twitter and look what they find. Rod Ellis says, why would you post this of your 18-year-old son on Twitter? Laugh out loud. And it's a picture of D-Max in front of free HIV testing. in a cute outfit, I have to say.
I feel bad for him. That looks like those sleeves look like every hoodie I've ever bought. Like I just can never get them to go all the way to my wrist. It's terrible.
Oh man, his poor mom got him good here, dude. Why would she post this?
Yeah, like was the HIV test required to get paroled or what? Like I don't understand because it looks like he's in a jumpsuit. So I'm assuming this was either prison or a mental hospital.
It does look like a prison getup, kind of, but no, I think it's just
it is important.
Sugary outfit. It's a sugar-coated outfit, I would say. Gay-coated for sure.
He does look ready for his trip to the chocolate factory, Danny. That was not meant to be a euphemism, okay? I just really
So let me show you the last and final D-Max wrap-up here, you know. I wanted to just show you like what he's up to now, you know, after all this, after his mom embarrassing him, blah, blah, blah. What possibly could D-Max be doing with his online presence? Okay. What could he be doing? Well, this is what he's doing. And you just pulled up that tweet from V-Dub. He said he's not beating the gay allegations. Well, I don't think this clip is going to help very much, especially after Cooey Man, I don't know how to say this guy's name, whoever this is. His tweet goes, pathetic gay man-child D-Max.
Jesus Christ.
30 years old, has been caught crying for multiple minutes on a live stream over the death of cartoon artist Akira Toriyama, blah, 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 blah. Let's watch a little bit of this because it is kind of funny.
I want to see how I did.
I want to ask you what your thoughts are on crying on stream. Maybe you can work one up before we get to that, okay?
I'm going to try.
Well, no, that's not real.
I think I need to take another shot for this one. Now, see, when I first watched this, I thought it was the game. He's like, is that real? Is that real? I was like, what's going on in the game? What's the big deal?
Yeah, I was pissed at how long this cutscene's taking.
So somebody in the chat must have just alerted him of the tragic news. The music here really helps this whole thing, by the way. It's very somber.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to take in all at once.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Aw.
Wow.
I feel kind of bad laughing at him crying.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to do. Okay. I feel like I had an easier time faking it when I didn't have to watch him actually do it. I can't get there. I feel bad. Listen,
I mean,
hey, I
he
was sad when
takes it.
David Bowie died. I was sad when Prince died. I get it. So
Wow.
especially David Bowie. I mean, you know, Cosmic Jive. You guys get it. That's a Starman reference. Like, yeah, I get it. There's
didn't know
people
that.
that like mean a lot to you. You feel like you've maybe attached a lot of what makes you to that. So I assume D-Max, he's like a big cartoonist, right? So he's like
Yeah.
very inspired.
Oh yeah, he loves the
by
anime.
Okay.
Ponies, My Little Ponies, and Dragon Ball for sure. This whole reaction is bizarre to me, though. He's like, I don't really. I mean, I get he's live, so what do you do?
I guess I can never stream. No, yeah, I mean, you know, you're just taking the piss, all right? You know.
Wow. Sorry.
Well,
I'm
like
trying to think of a famous person who I don't know who could die that I would A, stay on stream and cry about, or B, just cry about in general. Because if somebody calls me and is like, hey, you know, Kev, your grandma just passed away, I'm just gonna get off stream immediately, you know, because that will make me cry. But also, I know her a lot better than I know the creator of Dragon Ball Z. So
maybe
I don't
I'm
know if
just
it's
like
apples to apples here.
right. Maybe I'm just like constantly thinking about.
Pest won't let me off here.
I'm thinking about like maybe the optics sometimes or whatever, but if I was in a situation where I just went through some big drama on Twitter or whatever, and I was trying to ignore the haters, you know, do my own thing and move on. I don't think the first thing I would be doing immediately would be going on stream and crying about. I mean, I get it that it happened on stream. He found out on stream, whatever, but like, you can't hold it for a second to cry about Akira Toriyama later, not on stream, after you're already being dogpiled, just giving them more ammo to laugh at you. I mean, I will admit that one was a little more rough. I mean, I get it how you could be sad about one of your favorite, you know, your idols dying, whatever. But still, the crying on stream thing. I'm only gonna cry on stream when Kevin punches me, okay? When he finally decides that he's fed up with me and we're sitting here on the Clout Route live next to each other, and he's finally like, fucking bitch, I'm gonna cry tears in front of all of you.
That, you know, the only time I've cried on stream is when Danny made me do poppers in front of all you guys. And that was just because, I mean, that shit blasts your nose.
I mean, that's some fucking volatile shit there. So, but anyways, I guess to wrap it all on a bow, you know, like I said, I'll give it to Maggot. She's came out on top. I wouldn't say that normally because I hate that name, Maggot. I've always told Maggot this. Ever since she used to pop into our streams every once in a while and say like, hey, weird mustache guy. That's what she used to call me. I've always thought, I even said it on a stream when she says like, hey, weird mustache guy. And I pull up her comment and I'm talking about it, whatever I say. Maggot is just one of those. I can't say it without being disgusted. Maggot. Okay.
Yeah,
she
like
needs,
people.
this is this is a new moment for all of them. I think they need to pivot. New names for everybody. New Reverter, new Maggot. Okay. No more Peepaw, no more Maggot. Rebrand. Come out. Okay. You guys can be new people out here. Okay. Let me bring this up though. Our buddy Critical Shogun made us a nice meme to wrap this whole conversation up. Commentary is done playing with D-Max, Maggot, and Reverter for now. You know, Woody gets his second chance to shine. You guys have seen Toy Story 2, 3, 4. Woody comes again. So who knows?
I haven't seen that one. I think those might be on a
Reverter, Peepaw may come again. For everyone's viewing pleasure online, Peepaw may come again with D-Max.
Hopefully not in the same jar.
You know how they do with those My Little Ponies in their jars, okay? All right, well, there you have it, folks. We talked some shit. Rest in peace to dead Parking Tigers. Sorry, Maggot and D-Max and Reverter that all this didn't really go your way. I think Reverter, you're more than... I think people would accept Reverter back with open arms. I think D-Max is never going to live down.
Not me.
Well, Kevin was always skeptical. Let's be real. But I think Peepaw could come back realistically, and people would just start watching him again and not really think much of it. I think D-Max, however, has a long time to climb over all this shit. Okay, he has made a shit hill for himself. And I don't think that people are going to take him seriously for a long fucking time. Let's be real.
You know, for a position that's supposed to display being comfortable, this is very uncomfortable. You know? Like, it's supposed to be like, I'm so laid back. You're
relaxing.
But like, I feel like I'm getting a workout in. This is not comfortable at all.
Well, you can rest on your Peepaw laurels, Kevin. You called it. Is that something?
One of these days, you guys are going to trust me, man. One of these days. I'm never going against my gut ever again. Tell you what.
Well, thank you all for being here for a little extra time. We need to get the fuck out of here because we're almost going a whole hour over our normal shit. So we will read through chat really quick and get the heck out of here. I hope you guys loved our Peepaw coverage. Blaire White, Nick O'Neill, all that jazz. We'll bring some of the stuff we missed, like Candace Owens and shit, to the next show. We're also supposed to have a guest, so Dalton Pruitt next show, hopefully. Cross your fingers. We'll have him for an hour, talk some smack, laugh about some stuff. It'll be fun. Let's get into the chat. Pest at the top, of course. Always number one chat. Tarar says, dance party. Milltown gives us the shades. Nice to see you both. Only mistakes with the eggs. V-Dub with the hay right at the top. Nice to see you, V-Dub. You've got Poland Spring, the executive producer with Stones, of course.
Yeah. Throwing rocks.
Throwing them rocks as per usual.
Good.
From her glass house. You got Pez at the Black Power. We love that. That's what that means, right?
Yeah.
Mystic Babs says, yo, nice to see you tonight, Mystic Babs. We appreciate you for being here as usual. Love ya. No homo. Or homo. If you're a woman, is it homo?
I don't know.
If I'm loving you, no homo, do I retract the no homo if I'm talking to a woman? I don't know.
I don't know.
Semantics.
I'd have to go back to public school to learn to figure that out.
Advent says, send feet.
Oh, only dance.
Only dance.
Oh, look at that.
Carla already had it on lock. Okay, so thank you guys there, Advent and Carla. Kanga, of course. Sorry that you caught a few strays from D-Max's mom. I mean, I was waiting for you to like swing and be like, shut up, bitch. What are you doing going off on all this commentary shit? Like, don't you have a job?
Yeah, if anyone ever deserved to look here, listen, it was this dude's mom. All right.
Don't you have kids to take care of, old lady? Get real. Especially your 30-year-old kid that's got a little bit of that Arrested Development Kevin was talking about.
That's Ron Howard.
Let's see. As we're going through. Who else? Charles Barkley. It was so real when he sang "Work Sucks."
I know.
Thank you, Harles. We've also got Steffi in chat, dropping an LOL,
Steffi.
among other things. Definitely saw some more Steffi in chat. Thank you for being here. As we scroll through, I know I saw a Maggot Edits in there somewhere. Was it the real Maggot Edits? We'll never know. I don't think
this
so.
one had a Z. I don't know. So
Yeah,
it's like it's the edgy version.
It's like Parking Pandas with a Z, not the real Parking Pandas.
It's like the Attitude Era of Maggot Edits. Yeah. And then we had Xylee Gets Railed, which I'm pretty sure is not the real Xylee Gets Real, but
no,
shouts out to your alt, whoever you are.
She doesn't like to be embarrassed by going on like lower caliber streams than her own, you know, because she's like so high tier and we're so low tier. She doesn't want to come on here with Xylee Gets Real because that would be embarrassing. Like people could accuse her of being like simps for the bald egghead clout route dudes. So she comes in on her alt which nobody would guess is her, because why would Xylee make an alt that's called Xylee Gets Railed? You know?
Yeah, and she's secretly just dropping some hints or something, I guess.
Right.
Allegedly. I don't know.
Xylee wants
That's
railed.
just a theory. A clout theory. Suck it, MatPat. You're retiring. I'm stealing it.
Shouts out to retired MatPat, by the way.
Yeah, I
That
did
was
put him
also-
front and center. We should probably at least say his name. MatPat,
MatPat!
Matthew Patrick, FNAF, Scott Cawthon. There you go.
Did you
Suck
see that
it,
video?
algorithm.
He was in that video. Scott Cawthon was. That's kind of funny.
Oh yeah. You think they probably could have done more takes? I think they should have done more takes. But,
Maybe.
You know, that's just
Let's see. I think we shouted out only mistakes. Getting hot for Keffals here. Nicole. The video is on Kiwi Farms if anyone is interested. I'm not sure what. Oh, it's
great. Now we're in real trouble.
Keffals video. Of course, it's on Kiwi Farms.
Oh God. There we go.
Let's see. Connor says, bring it up on the way back machine. Well, thank you, Connor. But we got it. He also included that guy's name. Spoiler alert. My nerdy, creepy tech dude that was reverter in my school, Brian Baines.
That sounds like a comic book villain.
We used to go, Brian Baines.
Yeah, and one day he was in an unfortunate IT accident and he becomes the Computron or something really like bad 70s Marvel-esque.
Sleek the Geek here in chat. I don't want to notice Vaush. Me either. I'm right there with you, Sleek. Rather avoid Vaush.
Yeah, dude's like a streaming cockroach, dude. How does that not kill your career? You know?
Cock something. Horse cock. Streaming horse cock. Let's see. As I'm scrolling through, folks.
Schopenhauer in the chat.
Shouts out to Shoppy. Also, Sweater Vest Quartet, George, the man, the myth, the legend. I would download a car. Based.
Yeah, so would I.
Based shit in the chat as per usual. Shouts out to Shadow Humor. I know he was there somewhere, even though he was taking a couple shots, and now I'm going to quit and delete my Discord. Nice to see you, Shadow Humor. Hash, aloha, long time no see. I'm so glad you could tune in. Hash, it's lovely to see you as usual.
Oh yeah, shouts out to Hash, one of the OGs of the Clout crew.
We always got to say it. One of the first. Here's Shadow Humor. Shouts out. He says, where is it?
Is this content?
Is this content? Thank you, Shadow. Always keeping us on our toes. What were you going to say, Kev?
Do you see? Oh, I'm just going to go watch Red Dragon after this. Or Manhunter. Underrated. Basically the same movie. Basically the same.
There's like 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
Manhunter, Red Dragon, Hannibal, fucking Silence of the Lambs, obviously. You know, there's fucking so many of them. Holy shit.
Shout out to Brian Cox, who played Hannibal Lecter before.
What's his name?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, yes.
In
that one, Manhunter, right?
Yeah, in Manhunter. Yeah, pretty good, dude. Shouts out to Manhunter, underrated film.
Not bad. The first sighting of your Hannibal Lecter. Xylee Gets Railed, baby. Wow, what a face in that profile picture.
Brian Cox also played Agamemnon. Let's go.
Oh,
let's go.
Way to bring it around, bitches.
Let's go.
Maggot Edits, fight me. In her emo era.
I'm sorry, I'm training for the Keemstar fight, so I can't.
That's right. If you guys want to see it, Kevin and me versus Keemstar, Diorio, make it happen. You know, start making your bids on Twitter, tag them in the card or whatever. Let's get this fight going.
Yeah, make sure you get Carnage at Carnage Media PPV on there too, not just Happy Punch. We're gonna split the profit, or we're not doing it at all. All right.
And I think that's everybody. Okay.
Same, dude. Same. It always breaks you when he starts eating the painting.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Okay, we appreciate you. It's a little long-winded episode. Sorry we were here for so long. Hope you enjoyed it still.
Sorry, not sorry.
I don't think that we're on Badwick tonight. Shouts out to Badwick. I don't think he's doing Turd Island tonight. I don't even know if it's like necessarily public that public at least. So I guess it's good that it's on the back half, and I'm starting to whisper a little bit. But shouts out to Badwick. Congratulations. I heard his wife is pregnant and he's going to be stepping away for a little bit.
Oh, you doxed him, dude. Congratulations, though. That is
Congratulations, Badwick.
See, I just thought that he had a really bad take and decided to shut down his Discord. And, either that or he just had so much fun on our show that he had to cancel Turd Island so that we wouldn't come join him again. But no, this makes a little more sense, I guess.
I will say Badwick got a computer from Reverter. Okay. He was one of the people that also shouts out to Reverter for having a fund where he used all of his channel money to buy equipment for people in the community. That was nice. Okay. And that's why I think Reverter could come back and not have a problem. But anyways, I digress. Badwick, really good friends with Reverter, got a computer from him. Now he's stepping away all conveniently. I mean, I think the baby thing might be an op, but
check the hard drive.
Anyways,
just to be safe.
We will see you all on Tuesday. Make sure you're there for our lovely show that we're going to have then, maybe with Dalton Pruitt. Hopefully. I'm always hopeful that our guests will show up. So shouts out. We will see you all Tuesday. Peace.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, sweet prince.